It's
You're tuned in to the weird. Wow. The wonderful world of pixels and play.
Yo, it's iFlames on the mic, dropping the facts right. From indie gems to that AAA spotlight. We break it down, no console wars in sight. Just pure gaming passion, burning ever so bright. Squirrel Master here, climbing the leaderboards. Find the glitches, opening secret doors. From retro classics to the next gen roars. We're digging deep for the lore and more, of course.
with iFlames and Squirrel Master. Let's get into it.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Really diving deep into it. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a fucking another one. He laughs every single time we start one, so I mean, you just got to do it from now on. Just laugh every time we start an episode. You just laugh. You just laugh.
That's it, dude. I still can't every time, dude. I've every single laugh, like the last two intro videos. I have fucking put you saying some shit in there. We're gonna dive deep. We're gonna dive
in the deepest.
We're gonna deep and dive.
How's everybody doing tonight? How is everyone in chat? Appreciate y'all coming out. How you doing, brother?
So Iron was fucking waiting forever, wasn't he?
No shit. He was fucking pushing us. Hurry up, guys!
Yeah, sending pictures of him wearing a thong in his hotel and shit to us on Discord. Fucking. Yeah. How was your week, man? Dude? I know this is a Wednesday podcast. It's
been busy, man. Our fucking work is wild right now.
What's up, Prodigy? Yeah, y'all busy?
Yeah, super busy. We're just we're moving locations right now to a different building, so yeah. While trying to keep production going too. So, what's up, Prod?
What's up, Prodigy? Prod, how's it going? Yeah, man, it's been a crazy week for me, dude.
Oh yeah,
dude, man, been crazy busy. It kind of worked out where we started on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday this week. Not gonna lie,
right?
What's up, Cody? This doesn't work here, Cody. You can't go. My brother's an idiot, bro. He fucking comes into the fucking podcast trying to do my commands from the chat like an idiot. You're not going to be able to use TTS voices. Looks good on
Hotel TV. That's nice, fucking funny. It's just a habit for him now.
But yeah, dude, it's been a good week though, man. It's been productively interesting, but
yeah.
Anyway, but we do have we got Ryyely back here, sitting back here in the back there.
Hell yeah. Go ahead in the backstage right now.
We get this going. We're just watching him. He's getting dressed right now, guys. Yeah. Right now, he is rubbing his.
He's back in the dressing room. You know, getting all.
Ooh, is that a pink thong?
Oh damn!
No, that's a banana hammock.
What is that? Get it out of your mouth.
Well, we can't. So I don't want to get a strike. So we're not going to do the intro video, guys. If you guys see it, it's on the YouTube. Which because it's a short form, we don't get it because this is a live long form. Playing the videos that have copyrighted music, we seem to get in trouble. So we're not going to do that. Instead, I guess we have Ryyely, right? So I met Ryyely. I don't know how well if you've known Flames, but I met him through Iron.
I've been in his lives a couple times.
Yeah, I met him through Iron and. Really, I didn't even know he was Ange's husband until way after I'd been in the lives, both of their lives a few times. But great guy, always seems to have some kind of interesting content going, being realistic about what he's doing and not trying to just put on the show. But
Right.
We'll bring Riley on here, up here now. And do we have applause or something we can play at least? If I can't fucking play a video, do we have that? Where's it at? Here, let's bring him up here. Hey, there he is.
The man, the myth, the legend, Ryyely!
Sitting in the back room is the most awkward thing in the world.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to hurry up and bring you up because I was getting too much joy watching it.
God, just anxiety.
He's just
right?
like, ugh.
Let me in. It's cold out here.
I was like, he's getting dressed right now, and I see him do like this in the back. Like, fuck, dude, he's building
This dressing room's getting lonely back here.
crazy. What's up, man? You said, oh man, how you doing, man? How's your how'd the game go yesterday? Is that stuff going good?
We lost, so we're done.
Oh well, sorry.
That's all right. Well, the boys played hard. I love watching that next generation bust their butt out there. It does it for me.
Heck yeah.
Watching those the boys to men type stuff and watch them take their losses and stuff like that too. I did have a nephew in it too, so I had a little stake in the game, but it was good.
How much did you put
We're
on
already
it?
on to the next season, and
We're
small town stuff. So basketball goes right to baseball. So I'm sure they're
That's
getting
one-
over it already and on to the next thing.
I played baseball. I didn't ever play basketball too much, man. I played remember the game Arch Rivals? The basketball game where you could punch each other and shit. That's me playing basketball. Like,
I've never heard of this game.
no, you never have? It's dude, it was before like NBA Jam. It was on the regular, I think it was on regular Nintendo. And like you could just walk around and like you literally like did the punch like that because that's like the most memorable thing. You're like running down the court and you just go, ooh. And you just
Fucking stiff arm him.
Remember NBA Street and stuff like that? It was fun. NFL Blitz.
Yes.
Blitz.
Yeah.
Yep, Blitz. Yep.
This
Or,
was
like, if you
before
got
those.
injured, it would like show the injury, like ruptured spleen. Be super graphic.
That game used to be really good. Then that whole thing, that happened where they had to like tone it down for EA got in trouble or whatever, or when EA bought them or whatever it was, got a hold of Blitz. Flames, I think his internet's having issues. Did he drop off or is he just stuck? Here, I'll just take him down until he comes back. Oh, nope, he's back again. Shit, sorry. I'm pressing buttons too. Sorry, Flames. Sorry. There you go. I didn't know if
crashed.
Yeah, I figured that's the most.
Spectrum?
Huh?
Do you have Spectrum?
No.
We had internet problems for the first like year of putting content out, and it's the worst feeling.
No, I imagine.
Oh, we finally have fiber now. We've had it for
Spectrum's
about a
the
month
worst.
and it's been cooking.
Oh, I had fiber up in the last fucking place. I wish I had it here.
Do you have to move
Spectrum's
quite
the
often?
worst.
No, I have Optimum.
You what?
Now, what about the mobile, like the mobile hotspot, like the gig hotspots? Because I do have to work on the road, and like if I want to take the show on the road, is that ever going to be possible? You think?
Should be able to.
Yeah, you should be
'Cause I
able
know
to.
like hotel Wi-Fi kind of like sucks, but
Yeah.
I know you
especially
can get.
nowadays.
Yeah, I know you can get internet for like your vehicles and shit, but I don't know how much that costs.
I'm pretty sure these days. I had a hotspot. Like I used to drive 18-wheelers, and I had like an old hotspot that barely even would like connect. Right, and the only way I could connect is when I got close enough to a truck stop to like piggyback off of it. My little hotspot wouldn't work. But I think today, with the way the internet, the infrastructure has been upgraded, I'm pretty sure you'd be good, dude. I had one for a while.
As long as you're not in bumfucked Egypt, you should be good.
right. At least just the game. Like I want to get like a gaming laptop and like do like a really good mobile setup.
That's what I used to do. I didn't like take it with. I mean, I went in hotels and stuff, but I used to game off my laptop and stream my laptop when I worked for Nextlink because we were always traveling.
Oh. And he was traveling somewhere and he got caught. I don't know why. Do you know it's so bad as I play so many video games? Arn was saying he's diamond at Hilton, and I was thinking he was talking about like being in like Fortnite rank or something. I didn't even realize he was talking about a hotel till after I read the whole comment. So
Tie it right back into internet glitching, and I did read up a little bit on the CERN stuff after you talked about it. I knew nothing about that.
really?
Like zero.
That's crazy.
I thought that was straight out of a freaking Marvel's movie when you guys were talking about it.
No, it's not. That's the worst part about it. It's not out of a Marvel movie. It's real, man. it's real, and they're really doing stuff with it right now. That's probably why Flames' internet's fucking up. They don't want us to keep going. How you doing, Warden? They don't want us to go into talking about.
It was good all the way until I started getting in here. I didn't have a single fucking problem with it until I got in here.
Dude, it's the worst feeling in the world. I hate it. Like I've been in your chair for a year. Like I'm gonna go live tonight and hit the button, and like you're like 5 minutes in, and TikTok sends you a freaking low internet freaking thing, and you're like, I can't, because you're not trying to fake a vibe by no means, but you can't put out your normal vibe when you're
right.
No, because it keeps going off every time, every second. Dude, I had that issue. That's when we would do it through another software, and like this. So now this, like if Flames goes, before he hosted it, and so like if mine would drop off or something like that would happen, it would get all jumbled. It would mess up, everything. And dude, that would like kill the whole vibe. You'd be in the middle of talking like he was just doing it. It goes away, and you're like, now what the fuck was I talking about? Dude? I don't want to talk anymore, man.
And to try to play a video game in the midst of it. It's lagging. And but like on the certain note, like when I was looking into it, I realized like I don't know much about like even like you hear about like DNA and like atoms and all this shit, and like you create these pictures from the movies. Like I don't even know like DNA is or how they like look at it, or like I have like a 0% knowledge of that. Like I understand what it looks like in a picture form, but like where does it come from? What is it? How they look at it? Like with a freaking microscope, like germs, like are you really like how not how dumb am I, but like
no. Well, most people don't look up shit like that. Like they think they're knowledgeable. I mean this in like, I'm not saying that everything that I talk about or anybody talks about, it's always fact, right? But they think that they get in their they're like a horse with blinders on, right? And all they do is look at what they're used to looking at. Anything that questions something else, or it's shaky. And it comes from like Iron kind of brought it up on the podcast when he was on, but the mentality, like that the mob, or not the mob mentality, but the approval of other people, like looking at something like that, I might be like considered a kook, right? Or like, oh, what do you mean you're looking up something like there's aliens, and now like that's all that now the government says that they're out there. You know what I'm saying? So like
tinfoil hat shit.
I just had a fucking hour-and-a-half conversation with AI on the way home about aliens.
Dude. So yeah, AI, and that's another thing too. Well, that all I think it. So I don't know if you don't know much about CERN. Still is running on to kind of give you a quick like recap on CERN before we continue.
I was talking to AI about CERN.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go before then, right? Like so to catch Ryyely up to if I go past there and I talk about why AI is so dangerous, why I think, and not against you or me or us, but what they want to do with it, right? So CERN runs on computers that are like from the 1940s, 1930s. All right. So when they shut it down this time is the big upgrade. And when they shut it down this month. So when they finish their run this month, they were talking about hooking it up to supercomputers, the computers that have heartbeats. So if you think about what they're already
quantum computers.
Yeah, the quantum computers and the stuff that thinks for itself, right? They're saying they're doing it just for analysis. That's not going to be possible, right? If you hook something in, you're not just going to hook it in. You're not going to spend $25 million on a computer that just sits over here in the corner and just analyzes the data from these computers from 1940, right? You're gonna have it take over, right? So that's the problem, dude. And now they're talking about building another one that's even bigger, right? But so all they do is they run the particles in a circle as fast as they can. They have one in Dallas. There's more. Like there's 5, I think.
I was talking to the AI, and they use element 115 to use that shit to collide the particles and all that stuff.
Yep.
Like
so
handing your 4-year-old the remote and telling them not to press the buttons.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And well, we don't know what's going to happen. So like their whole goal, their whole reason behind it is to find dark matter. Oh, we lost them that time fully, but it's to find dark matter or the God particle. Like so the basic thing. There he goes. He'll come back on when he's back.
It just kicked me out. I wasn't doing nothing.
Oh, I don't know. But so that's I was telling them what they're looking for. They're looking for the God particle, that particle that makes up everything, right? Including like these Funkos The beginning molecule, the beginning atom, or you know what I'm saying? That's what they're looking for, dude. And I don't think we have any business knowing what that is, right? I'm just saying.
They gotta have some Goodwill Hunting shit on a chalkboard somewhere that says that this is how to do it, though.
They still haven't found it.
Yeah.
They haven't that they say they have. So they say they've sent light. We've talked about this before, which is still crazy, but they say they sent light back in time. How do they know? Right? That's something that CERN says that they've done. That's a literal feather in their hat. But how do they know they've done that?
Yeah.
Who caught it? Who said, yeah, I got it back here in 1984 when you sent it back here? Nobody, right? So how do we know? That's
because they've already been there. Is that what you're getting at?
I have no idea. I mean, that's my question to them is how the fuck do we know? Excuse my language, but how the fuck do we know that you saw it? Like, how do we know that we got it? They haven't said how they confirmed it. If you go look, they don't know how they confirmed it. It just says it's something that they have completed and done.
You tie it all back to like the butterfly effect and shit. Like, there's stuff you don't mess with.
Yeah.
Well,
now tie AI into that.
Squirrel, have you looked into Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
So apparently he came across fucking element 115 and all that stuff, and it when he was messing with it, it emitted a gravitational field, and apparently that's what the aliens use to propulsion their ships and all that stuff.
Yeah, wasn't that kind of what he was hired for? Like to figure out?
Yeah, he was a propulsional expert. Yeah, to reverse engineer all the spacecrafts and all that stuff. And
the whole backstory with him and his wife and the tapping the phones and
he was like heavy. Yeah, FBI raided his house multiple times and all that shit. Yeah,
they were blackmailing him with his wife's.
But through all this shit, he's stuck into a story for 35 years and haven't changed a single fucking thing. So it's like
only thing that saved his life is he went public.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's still not going to save you, though. Those people, man.
different world now.
When they get ready to get you, though, they still will. They'll still get you. They'll figure it out. That's the.
I don't think I can live without AI at this point in my life. I mean, it's become such a daily now.
Well, AI is not bad in itself, right? So that's not the problem. What I have a problem with is you hooking up something that can do that many calculations. So people get AI mixed up, right? AI is nothing more than a supercharged search engine, right?
Yeah.
It scrubs the internet faster than we can fucking blink. It goes and it references things, right? Like it's already been found out. Elon Musk's freaking AI got busted, right? For all it did was search his whatever his wiki thing was called that he made. So that bot was literally just pulling stuff on open chat, on whatever that is, the open AI was just pulling stuff from his wiki. That's all it was doing. It wasn't even pulling facts. It doesn't do its own research.
So it was like it was pushing his own ideology out.
Yeah. So whatever they were saying. So that's my problem with AI. My problem is not making like these backgrounds in the pictures.
Yeah.
Because Flames does actual like graphics artist work, like drawing it from scratch. It still saves time, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some things that are huge, like writing your video descriptions, right? With AI. Dude, that saves you so much fucking time, right? There's things that work with AI, even being stupid and talking to AI dumb. But my problem is when we start to use AI to run things that we're not checking anymore.
For sure.
Yeah. Or malicious.
There's no observation.
Exactly. When we can't check it. How do you check AI when it's in charge of its own checks and balances?
Yeah.
Because I have split monitors at work, and like one side's AI, and like I'll type my email in the AI, and for a guy that dyslexia like me, and like don't write very well, and it will compose it, and I just copy and paste it over.
Yeah. And that's the
like
stuff
I do
that AI's
everything now, though.
But AI's and dictating. I've heard you talk about that when you were doing when you had, I don't know if it was on Iron's podcast or at some point you were talking about AI, on your live when you were talking to it on the phone. But you were talking about you use it to dictate, right? So like while you're at work or whatever else, like if you have something to do, you just talk to it and it'll lay out your notes for you, keep your schedule.
Personal assistant, yeah.
Yeah.
So Siri, I use AI, and it's so smart though. Now that I've educated it, like because I wear hearing aids, so I have a Siri button that connects to my iPhone, and I'll hold it and I have it mapped to go to ChatGPT, and I'll be like, write a note for this, or remind me to write an email for this, and I'll give like a little explanation of the email. When I go back into my notes, like that email's wrote. All I gotta do is copy and paste it, send it. And like and like they like put a subject in it. They did everything.
Yeah,
It's better than an assistant. Like there's no
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no
Perfect for it.
so there's a tool. I don't do any gate. If anybody knows me, I don't do any gatekeeping, right? So there's a thing called Stream Chat AI. All right, it's a program you can use. I'm using it on Twitch right now, right? But what it is an AI bot that learns as your chat talks to it, dude. My chat has told this AI, call me this. It's his birthday all the time. Now the fucking thing thinks, oh, that's his name, his nickname is Birthday Boy. Dude, it will roast people in chat. Like in this thing, if I go into it, it literally has a bank that I can go into and it says it's memories, dude. And it remembers, hey, like Ryyely came in and he loved watching you fish. And so when you come back in and be like, hey, we're not fishing today, Ryyely, but welcome back in and
True,
watch
Ryan.
us do this. It's crazy, dude. You know what I mean? Like AI in those kind of ways to help you. And it tells you how I don't know how it gauges it, dude, but while I'm sitting there live and I have people in the chat, it'll like give me a gauge and a number of how my chat is doing.
Yeah.
So like if they're being more engaged, it'll turn up and it'll say everybody's doing well. And it'll pop up with stuff that I should talk about, which is
That's
crazy,
badass.
dude. You know what I mean? Like
That's cool.
like if you're lost to talk about something in a chat, like which I'm not as good. I'm not glazing this at all, dude. The most person I know that is probably the best at talking to chat that I know is Ange, right?
Mhm.
She doesn't miss a fucking thing, dude. Even if when I try my hardest to, I'm still miss shit, dude. There's just no way with TTS or with anything. My brain bounces too much.
Yep.
But that bot, dude, just to remember all of those things, it's crazy.
But stuff like that takes away from organic content, though.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
True.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Because I've done that
I love
before.
AI.
I've had Chat GTP up, and I'm like, I got nothing to talk about tonight. And like I use that platform, that Chat GTP, for a lot of my stream stuff. So it knows Taco Squad, and because it educates itself. Give me 6 topics, and I'll bring them up. And I've done streams like that where I've had that to like refer back to, and like rewatching that streams to make clips. I'm like, man, that was scripted.
Yeah,
I've
never used it.
Pros, and
yeah,
I've tried it before, and I fell off real fast on that because
my ADHD won't let me even, dude. I have. So if I told you the notes that I have for this fucking podcast right now, you'd probably be like, "What the hell?" I have notes for every podcast. I never read them, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every
Like,
episode of my
yeah.
podcast or this podcast, I go in it fucking guns blazing.
Yeah, I do feel like if you can't have like just not a one-on-one talk, but just a talk, then
Yeah.
it's different in like a news format, like Anchor format. Like, yeah, obviously they're scripted, but they're giving you factual, and they have a agenda, not an agenda, but they have an agenda, but they have like, okay, we're talking about the weather on this block, and we're talking about this story on this block. I can see that type of scripted content, but like open format like this, like it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, I could see it reminding you, especially people that have a hard time focusing, right? Which all of us in here, by the way, either self-proclaimed or medically proclaimed or whatever, however it goes, all have, you know what I mean, have ADHD. So but for people like that, dude, to have cues, right? So I don't use it. I thought that was just a cool tool. I don't fucking use it, man. But for cues, I don't like scripted content. I'm not too big into it because a lot of times it seems like unless they're really good at acting, you're like this.
Sure.
And so I was thinking and looking
I'm
at
a slow
this,
reader too.
but yeah, and so like you end up over here. You're not even thinking about chat. You're not really using your brain anymore, right?
I just started screaming when I had nothing to talk about.
Yeah. But I don't mind cues, man. Cues to me are a great thing for people that can't focus.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like something that'll like even a topic. It doesn't matter if it tells you what to talk about, something that pops up and say, talk about oranges. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. You know what I mean? The way my brain works,
There
it'll
was
be like
a
oranges.
movie you watched last night and you wanted to bring it up the next day, and you're like, that movie title. Like, I get that shit, but like, I have one of our partnerships. They sent me a script on a video they wanted me to make, and it was like straight up like, make this video, and that ain't me. Like I mean, watch my content. Like that's
what is going on today, guys? Welcome to the channel.
Hello.
Like, sell you this remote like that. I mean, there's a lot of that on TikTok.
So much.
It works to me. It's what works for somebody works for them, you know. But for me, I don't. I guess if I had to do it to pay my bills or to feed my family, I'd be much more apt to be like, "Fuck it, script me." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it comes to how it is, and it's just a fun thing
Yeah,
to
if that
do.
company that I partnered with was paying me, like I'll give you $500 to read this script. I'll read it 100 times in a row.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
post it 100
Yeah.
days. You know what I mean? That's easy money. But that wasn't the case. It
Yeah.
was, this will help with your content type, and
No,
it ain't me.
no,
Nope.
yeah. So speaking of streaming, what 2 questions in one? Because I'm very good at that, right? Taco Squad. Where did the name Taco Squad? I know it's Taco Bell probably, so that's an easy one. And how did you start streaming? There's 2 of them for you in one, but
Well, yeah, she started first, so the tacos, that was her, and we're Taco Bell people.
okay.
We're foodies. We're foodies at heart. I mean, we eat fast food. Like, it's not really good to admit it, but probably 4 nights a week. Yeah,
Getting all those
I work
microplastics in your ass.
I love it, and you'll never make me stop it. Okay, like you can.
You know what I heard
me-
today? I heard today
vape, I
that we,
drink, I-
within a week, we consume a credit card in microplastics.
I think I watched the same one. That's crazy.
I was like, fuck it, I'm still eating my chicken nuggets. I don't give a fuck.
I can't get away
Nick,
from it, dude.
This easily could have been a burger on there. It could have been pizza, but I mean,
Yeah.
we do consume more Taco Bell now because we're Taco Squad. But
Yeah. Oh,
it's
Taco Bell's
fast food,
fucking
you know.
awesome.
Yeah, it's best. And when I was a kid, like it was the cheapest. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
anymore.
No.
It's the
You couldn't
best.
use the app.
It's not really Mexican food, right? But it's the best fast
No,
food
it's
taco
American food.
chain that's across the nation. Where
Right.
at least you know
It's the
you know
only.
what to expect. You know what to
Yeah, the
well,
only one, really.
Well, is
The
there
only one
so
that's made
Taco
it. There's one other
Casa's
guy.
not? Yeah, Del Taco. I guess they've all kind of fallen, huh?
Well, they're not everywhere like Taco Bell is.
Yeah, that's true. But at least you know you're getting mediocre. You don't know if it's real meat or not. You know what to expect from every Taco Bell, dude. A greasy pressed quesadilla that's not. You know what I mean? The paper might be slid open already from the cut.
Yeah,
from the
bag
knife.
just dripping in fucking
Yeah.
grease.
But it's good. It's good.
Well,
No,
what's your order?
Ooh, I could eat anything. Anything don't have onions. I don't have onions.
Yeah.
I don't like the Mexican pizza. I've never had it just because it has onions in it. They have onions on a lot of shit now. I don't know why, but our honeymoon was in Mexico. Our 10-year anniversary went to Mexico. I mean, if I had to, I don't know. I'm a sucker for pasta too, but it'd be hard if it was pasta or tacos forever. I don't know. I can eat steak. I just love food.
Yeah.
If it don't have onions on it, I'll fucking devour it. And I know I sound like a big back, but
Dude, being from Texas, Flames knows he's into it. In Texas, dude, everything becomes a taco, dude. What do you
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like you can have anything. It doesn't.
Nicest
Taco
people in
is
the world.
just
I don't.
anything grilled on a freaking flour or corn tortilla. Just throw it in there. It's a taco, dude. It's a fucking taco.
I know I don't live down there. I did spend a month down there working in Houston. I love that atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
I live north, about as north as you can get, so I don't like saying there's not a problem down there because I have no idea. There's no problem up here on the northern border, but yeah, I love the tradition. I love the sugar skull. I love the food. I've never ate better than when I was in Mexico.
Yeah.
My favorite meal to this day was from there, and I would spend all my money to go back every year. Like I just love it.
I love.
But getting into streaming, Ann did it first. She started playing Fortnite because my son played Fortnite, but she said because I had a little bit of insecurity when she started because she's a pretty lady and like why would you want to put your face while you're playing video games on the internet? Like, rah, you're mine. Boy, you're gonna want to talk to you. But
like
we did the Facebook scroll for years, like the local government, the local people, the negativity, and like you literally go on there to see the rants, to see who's pissed at who, to see who left who, to see what kids in jail, like that stuff, and you get caught up in it.
Right.
If you wanted to create her own safe space that wasn't part of this world, this little community that we are, like live IRL to a bigger thing. And I mean, we've definitely done it. I was a couple months behind her. It took me a good month to get really on board of, being in her chat quietly and like then you see that person with the first chat ever, the person that like never talks in a stream, like finally like comes out of the shell and talks,
Yeah.
or like, hey, your streams or your morning streams or your night streams are helping me through my day. Like, it really, really gives you a drive to like go for it. And I can't really see myself never stopping or ever stopping.
Well,
Like
it is weird at first, right?
Yeah.
Because humans ain't supposed to do this shit. We're not built for this. Like, when you break it down, like, really, humans are not fucking supposed to be doing this shit. So it's like, when you first start, you're like, this is fucking weird as fuck. What am I doing?
And like,
I still
obviously a
feel
little
weird
bit
going live
introverts for sure.
sometimes. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all are video gaming. I grew up gaming my whole life,
Oh, yeah,
but I was
same.
also a jock. I was a college athlete. Like, I've seen both sides of it. I was never the loud jock. I had buddies that was that guy, but I was play ball all day and then play games with the guys that weren't at ball all night, and had two groups of friends. Small enough school where kind of everybody was friends. My certain generation, there was a lot of bullying within the sports end of it with each other, but never towards the kids that didn't play sports. But yeah, Halo, Call of Duty. I mean, Halo 2 is, there'll never be another better campaign game.
Right.
I talk about it all the time. Like, my dad was a sporty for sure, and like, stop with the video games type, but I always had the latest Xbox and that kind of stuff, so kind of privileged in that fact. But I had to like meet physical requirements with him. Like, what did you do? Is your room clean? Did you get enough exercise? I just got through that so I could get on the game. Like, since fucking Duck Hunter. Like, I mean, my brother started video games with me. He fell off. Mario Karts, like, just nights and no sleep, plasma grenades off the wall in Halo 2. I still dream about it.
Halo 2 and Halo 3 were so goddamn fucking good.
The pit, there'll never be a better map than the pit in 5v5 Halo 2. But the campaigns were so good. I was trying to explain it to my son because he's super into video games. A new Siege came out. I guess Siege and Battlefield are the same thing, maybe. I think so. No. Siege and what? Siege and something. Rainbow Six. Siege and Rainbow. There you go. Siege and Rainbow Six are the same thing. I've never played either.
Yeah, I haven't.
The new one just dropped
them on,
last weekend, and he was just. I mean, he couldn't play that the night that it came out because we had stuff going on outside the house, and like, I fell for him. Like, we're sitting outside and like our grass touch, and he's like thinking about the game, and I'm like, I feel you, Brody. Like, I do the same thing on Fortnite updates now, and I remember like waiting. Like, we didn't have a Best Buy or a GameStop in our little town, but like, we had Walmart. You waited at Walmart, and there was only 15 copies, and hopefully one of the buddies got it, and you just stay there all weekend and just rip the game, and like, hopefully you just got a little time on the controller, and hopefully it wasn't on a fucking GameCube or something that you didn't know how to use.
We talked about that before. That smell that you don't get anymore, dude, when you buy a video game anymore. When
it's
you
all on here
crack
now.
The plastic open and like that the books, we don't get instruction books anymore, even if it didn't.
Or how the whole room goes quiet when the CD hits the ground. Like, oh, you just ruined it, baby. Put it in.
Or you always wish you get a thick ass manual and you sit there on the shitter just fucking reading it.
Or mapping your binds for the first time.
Yeah,
or don't.
Yes, or the fucking guidebooks. Oh, I miss guidebooks.
The
man.
walkthroughs,
yeah.
Now it's just YouTube videos. You don't have to. Read. Like, well, I never really read. That's why I couldn't do it well. Anyway, I think I might be dyslexic. That you mentioned that, but I always had a hard time. Like, I could read real well, but I couldn't comprehend what I was reading as well. So I looked at pictures, and that's how I learned. Like, I would try to figure out. Like, you ever try to go through Final Fantasy on Nintendo with using pictures only in a guidebook? Let me tell you, it fucking sucks, dude. All right,
I can age myself there.
I could read, but like my mind, I think it's because I'm playing a game at the same time. All my mind wants to do is play the game. Like, if I turned off then I don't remember what I read.
Yeah.
Like, if I sat there and I'm pooping and I'm reading, I'll be like, yeah, this is some good stuff. But if it's about the video game, as soon as I start to play, I think the what is it called? the shit that makes you feel good inside your head.
Dopamines.
Yeah, the dopamine. I think I get that dopamine hit, and it's just like I forget everything, dude. Just
For sure.
just play till.
It's been a long time since I got lost in a game like that, though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all about Fortnite updates and stuff like that, but that's like an hour or two. It's an hour or two, and it's Fortnite again.
Yeah,
But, like,
see,
the new
with all
game
these.
and-
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good, but I'm with you. But these games that just go on, like Fortnite,
Yeah.
they'll never be a new Fortnite. There'll be an update.
Yeah.
They'll never be like the launch where you gotta like go to the store and fucking wait for it. Like,
Yeah.
it's never the same, and I do feel bad for
Yeah.
the kids these generations. They don't.
Well,
even
it's like
know.
those type of games where it's just they never like all the battle royales and all that shit. It's just like I can only play them for like an hour or two, and I'm just like I'm fucking done for the whole week. I don't want to play them again for a while.
Or the feeling of
What
having
better
a game
feeling
reserved.
is there than hitting a checkpoint?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
anxiety,
that's,
like it's getting close, it's getting close, and it comes across your screen. You're like, I don't give a fuck what happens now because I can only go back, 10 seconds.
that's what I've been playing a lot of. I've been playing like story driven games and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right now.
you need to send them to me because I have none. I haven't played one since we were talking about that the other day on stream. Like, because there's a lot of kids that are really, really good at Fortnite, and it makes streaming it kind of hard when you're a casual dad playing the game. Like, I just need something I can chill and hit some checkpoints and just hang out.
Do you like vehicles and trucks and shit?
I got a wheel coming. Squirrel sent me our Squirrel Master.
Yeah, I got
wheels, so we're gonna
check out SnowRunner. That game's fucking mint.
Yeah, so you have Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, still, like we were talking about, SnowRunner's on there. You'll be able to get Forza, the new one, when it comes out, not have to even buy it. All the old
any of the runners are on there. So
yeah, so there'll be plenty of stuff for you to do.
That Iron Plays looks fun too.
Yeah, there's the first one's on there for free though on the Game Pass, just so you can get used to it. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty you can get used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new Forza's coming out though. That's going to be Iron. That was Iron's big thing we talked about when he was on. But Forza looks good, man. And that's what somebody asked me. That's what Joe. I don't know if y'all know Joe Flames, but I don't know if you're my buddy in Australia. But he's like, I told him I got rid of my wheel. He's like, so we play this game Star Citizen together. I'm like, I didn't get rid of my flight sticks though, so we could still fly,
Right.
He's like, so what are you gonna do for Forza then? I was like, my fucking controller, bro. Yeah. What do you expect? Like, I just I'm tired of it all sounds good, but I think we were talking about that.
Yeah, it's set up.
All the toys sound great, like I have the VR headset. I sold Iron my Tobii eye tracker.
Oh, nice.
Like I get all these toys, dude, but then it's like, what do I do with them? And I end up just turning on a game that requires keyboard and mouse, like somebody that really gets into it's such a niche thing. And when you were excited, when Ryyely was like, I don't know if he thought I was joking or not when we were talking in Discord, I was like, I'll send you the fucking thing, dude. I don't care. I just want to get rid of it because it literally bothers me sitting here just collecting dust. I hate that more than anything. I hate waste.
I played Need for Speed on a controller for a long time. Need for Speed was one of my favorite games of all time. Just
you'll love it.
Streets of Japan and hitting checkpoints and running from the cops. And
you'll love it then. Like, I just can't get myself to pull away from, dude, I ordered a new controller. I can't get away from this unless I'm flying. But when I'm operating like cranes, so like playing, dude, I was playing Farm Simulator. All right. I know. But dude, when I get inside
those sim games all the time.
Oh, dude, they're so fun though.
Oh yeah.
But so I pull out my flight sim stick and I put it right here on the desk. And when I'm doing so when I'm doing excavating or I'm doing shit, dude, I'm like, But like the wheel, dude, even to drive like the combines, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? It just wasn't me. It's not.
There's so much because I have the whole setup too. I have the steering wheel, pedals, e-brake, fucking shifter, and all.
Yeah, I sent him the e-brake too. I sent him my e-brake that I got too. So he'll have a great time with it. He will.
For every game, there's a bunch of settings you probably got to adjust, and
not that bad. Not that bad with the wheel. Flight sticks now, on the other hand, that's a whole different subject.
Most games will automatically detect it and map it out for you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Besides what Iron does and what he'll tell you about is like changing the buttons, like so when you map a few buttons to help you with your thing, like Flames could tell you about it. You know what I'm talking like like a reset camera, right? Or like to move, so like you'll want to remap some of the buttons on the steering wheel. But other than that, dude, no, most games when you plug it up and you start like Forza, when you first start up, you'll be able to go straight into a race and you may want to fine tune your wheel, but it'll automatically pick up
like
on all the settings
force feedback and the radius of it turned and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's real plug and play, dude. Like it's not. You install the Logitech app because Flames, you have the Iron had the Logitech one. I think most people, if you're smart, you start with the Logitech stuff because it's that lower end cost price between 200 to 500, and you still get quality. You know what I mean? It's still like when you feel the wheel, you'll see it's like wrapped in leather. So you feel like you're grabbing a wheel. Those type of things. You're not just grabbing an empty piece of plastic like a fucking
and it's direct drive and all that stuff, so it'll break your hand when you turn.
Like, and you got to set your zero settings and all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun, dude. But like, I just don't have. I have to be realistic about what I do, and you know what I mean. Like I have so much shit that I just have.
Playing with the wheel on Forza is fucking so goddamn good. Like, I've played Sims on the fucking wheel and all that stuff, but there's just something about an arcade on a wheel and setup and all that stuff. It's just so much more funner.
Right, like you don't need quarters. You can just keep playing.
What I want to do is me and Iron were talking about this, dude, is put my flight sim set up here and people get on like everybody that has a wheel gets on not iRacing, what's the other one? Beam, and they have a helicopter fucking mod. So I can jump in a helicopter, be flying the flight sim and watching people drive while everybody's driving.
Fucking dope.
Like from a helicopter point of view.
Yeah. I'm sure it has a drone on there too.
Yeah.
My son does want to play it pretty bad. Yeah. We didn't realize it, and we were watching Iron one day, and he wants to play it. So that'd be cool. Getting that kind of that bonding too.
Yeah. And like I said, the way that I sent I know we're having a podcast and all that shit, but hey, we're here talking about it, whatever. But the way I sent it to you, dude, it all plugs into one hub, and it's a powered USB hub. It's a nice powered like USB hub. So all you'll do is plug the wheel and the shifter and everything into one, right? And then you just plug that in your computer when you're using it, dude. That's it. And then when you're not using it, you just fucking unplug it because it will. Here's one for you. If you have a controller and a wheel plugged up at the same time, it'll fuck it up sometimes on both sides. So you'll want to unplug like your Azeron when you're using the wheel.
For sure.
Like that type of stuff.
Because like I'm super OCD with my cable management and stuff. Like, so like that will get like set over here, and my setup will be like where it's at.
That would be sick, dude. Dune buggies and a helicopter with being chased by a helicopter. Sorry to put that up there, but that would be sick as hell.
Like dude, there's so racing and shit.
Dude, there's so many games too that you can play with the wheel that are like specific roles. Like we played Arma. Like Flames knows what Arma is, right? Yeah. You've probably never seen Arma, but there's people that fly helicopters, the flight sims, right? And then there'll be people playing with keyboard and mouse, like the soldiers going in. And then there'll be people doing transport just in the helicopter. Yeah, and so like
that's their dedicated role.
Yeah,
that's
you could have a wheel out, and you could be one badass driver in a fucking tank or a vehicle, like controlling troops.
And the helicopter, and his job is like to drop the troops off. And
do it for like 8 hours, just flying to fucking different zones and dropping fucking soldiers.
And they
off
do it so like and they have radio comms, so they're like, but they'll be like, hey, I need a transport truck pickup here. You'd be like, I'm on the way. And it's fucking you just hauling ass to go pick them up.
Deuce and a half, just fucking.
Yeah. And it's comms the whole time.
I gotta go, honey.
Yeah, I gotta go.
The up dog breaks on it.
The up dog. That's
cool
right.
Shit. I'm excited.
The up dog's right next to the matter, baby. Driving the wheel.
Fucking, don't have a license,
you're an asshole for the door thing. You're a bitch.
Too.
Did you say she said she doesn't have a license? You got to use it for driving?
She's never done driver's training.
Oh, dude, there's actually a game that is while you fuck around. There is a game on Steam that is driver's training, bro. Like you have to learn to parallel park and everything. No joke. No joke though. I'm telling you, there is it is a game that you just go in and you're just driving real world scenarios. Like fucking.
So after our Discord talk about the wheel, and you said you're gonna send me the wheel and all that, like my FYP is just full of it now, just from that talk. Yeah, I mean, I use my phone to its fullest capabilities. Like I don't have nothing off. I know it's stupid, but like it listens to me all the time. So, and like same with Google, and the same with like Amazon and all that.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the benefit to AI, don't you? Right. Like, I have nothing really to hide. So like, what's the point of like turning all that off? Like it's helping me. Like when I plug my phone in my car, and I was, in ChatGPT looking up a recipe, and it's like, do you want to go to the grocery store? When I plug it into my CarPlay and it tells me where the grocery store is, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I do have to go get that shit. And you just hit the grocery store and you go.
Hell yeah.
Benefits. And I
The
think
only
that's
thing-
the good part about it. for
So,
sure.
but I will get in. I will. So, I guess this kind of ties into the bad part. While I'm thinking about this, speaking of Joe, we were talking playing Farming Simulator last night, right? And in Australia right now, so you cannot get Pornhub, you can't get social media, anything. You have to upload your ID to a special server for the government now, and the government has to approve you to be on it, dude. That is. And I'm not trying. We had a conversation about it last night, and he agrees. And a lot of Australian citizens are upset about this, right? My problem, my thing is, it's not so. You don't have anything to hide, Riley, right? Like you're saying, but what if somebody grabs a hold of that information that shouldn't have it, right?
Yeah, I
Like
can see what
because
you're saying.
that's the problem, and that's the problem with this they're doing in Australia with the government, right? Like how many old ladies are getting like fucking those or old people. I say old ladies just because I think you know what I mean, but like
No, I-
old they're getting the calls, right? You know, like, oh,
Spam
your
calls.
computer's broke and you got to do this,
Yeah.
right? Now you're in Australia, dude. And they go, this is the government. I need this password thing, and they have all your fucking information.
Right.
Mhm.
That's
I did
scary.
hear some more stuff about that. Like, I'm not sure if it's Australia. It might be, but they're claiming that the algorithm's too addicting.
Yeah.
For the viewer.
That's what it is. That's what they've got. So Joe's how he started it off to me was Australia has gone way too far with its censorship now. That's how he started it off, and he's like, they have gone. It's to the extent to where they can't even get access if they want it. They have to. He's like, I'm not uploading my ID, bro. Like, I don't have anything to hide either, but I'm not uploading it to a government database for them to. We talked about.
They
this,
already
but,
fucking have it in the first place.
Yeah, but for that
100%.
database
You
to be
can't hide
linked
it,
onto a new database, they already got it, right?
Yeah.
But why do we need to upload it again then?
Yeah.
See, that's where my problem comes in at. If you already know who I am, why am I having to tell you twice?
Yeah.
Like,
and if they're modern, if they want that information, what else are they getting from the actual accounts that you made from all the
they
social
can
media?
see everywhere you go.
Yeah, and what you're doing and what you're saying and all that stuff.
I don't have anything to hide, but I don't want my my government. Sorry, I got a work email, but I don't want my government looking in. I don't care. I don't want them to know what I look at when I'm lonely in bed at night. I don't care. I don't care if I have
Remember that
anything to
movie
hide.
Eagle Eye? I always refer, like, when we talk about stuff like that, I always refer to that. But like, to
Shia
talk
LaBeouf.
about the algorithm, like, you can't get mad at it for being good. Like, how many times, like, have you been scrolling on your phone and, like, okay, you're watching, let's say you're watching gaming content. It sends you a bunch of gaming content because you're scrolling slow. Okay, you start scrolling faster to the game, and then it puts you on a different genre, and then you get scrolling faster to that, so it puts you on a different genre. That's great. I think that's top tier, marketing for them to be able to tell by the speed of your scroll what you want to watch and to keep you on that phone as long as you can, because they're going to throw, 6 ads every 10 minutes at you. But it's when the certain platforms push certain things on you by whether it be every 6 video is the thing they want you to like, or
ass shaking videos.
yeah, for sure. Or say they know you stop on an ass shaking video and they want you to believe in this ideology, so they tie ass shaking in with that, and that's what they put in front of you. That's the shit that pisses me off.
Yeah,
because they're not. You can not like something and they can put it in front of you 1,000 times and you're gonna scroll past it 1,000 times. But when they put the two things together to try to push whatever, it's not even like necessarily politics or not politics, but it's more so what's profitable to them in front of you, like putting the creator that's making money in front of you so you can go spend money with that creator, or the product that's making them money, so they put that product in front of you. Say the girl shaking their ass is selling the supplement that you might buy, so they put those two together and put it in front of you. That's the stuff that drives me nuts with the algorithm.
Yeah.
And I see it all the time. Like, as you dive deeper in, as a content creator, as you dive deeper into, like, okay, what do I need to do? Like, build, like, growing off of other things. Like, okay, maybe I need to put a ass shaking girl behind me while I stream Fortnite. Like,
Squirrel be up for that.
But it's not even that. Like, whether do I have a beard or shave my beard tight, because I watched 16 dudes on there that had that's like the opposite of organic create like content creating. Like fucking do
Yeah.
you, bro.
Well,
Do you, and if you don't make it, like still
Well,
have your video game.
there's so much non-genuine, cringe-ass content out there that it's just plagued the content fucking industry now. It's just like it's hard to be fucking organic and
Yeah,
be
for
yourself
sure.
and all that stuff, because it's just riddled with so much bullshit now, and you can't really fucking pop out unless you join it.
Mhm.
Well, we forget.
Yeah, and that's not really where I'm at in my content creating.
Yeah, me
career
either.
is- I mean, I got 2 kids, and I have a community that's very, very, very large. And like you scroll, like as I see a lot of Fortnite stuff, and you see the same game captures, you see the same layout, because that's what the algorithm likes.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that are succeeding, and like there's a reason they're succeeding. Like everybody gets mad, like why does this guy have so many viewers? Probably because he's good at streaming. I
Right.
mean, they're like you see people pop off randomly, but the people that contain their numbers, they're good at it.
Yeah.
Period. And then everybody molds themselves after them, and that waters it down. But I think just constantly and continuously, and that schedule of doing you over and over again, and there's 6 billion people across the 4 major platforms. There's lots of people that will like your content.
Oh
Just
yeah.
keep doing your content. They'll get to you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Or if not, it wasn't meant. I mean, like I think 2 things. Well, I guess I was trying to say before, the algorithm, we forget a lot of times as people that get in front of the camera that the algorithm's not built for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's built for the consumer. It's built for us when we're scrolling. It's not built for us as the people on the camera. We have to, like you were just talking, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's cringe, or it's even sometimes using the viral hashtags, or like the group 7 shit, right?
Yeah,
or
the content creators are the algorithm.
or following into those things.
And I love making fun of that shit.
But there's
Most
a lot
my
of
content's
times
making fun of the.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where creators get it mixed up the opposite way. The algorithm's doing nothing for me. Well, it's not supposed to. I mean, it's supposed to help you, but it's not supposed to make you or break you.
Yeah.
You
You're
still
supposed to
have
do
to
that.
go make the content. Like,
I think
you don't
consistency is the biggest.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, 100%.
for sure.
Yeah, and knowing what your goals are and what your capabilities are, and I mean, like my first stream compared to like the top Fortniter stream, like if you were to put them side by side and watch them, you'd be like, obviously there's a difference.
Yeah.
Right, you're new, or like I don't like you saying not good or good, but like not as good yet.
All right.
I mean, some people peak, some people don't peak, and
sometimes
It's
I've
like
seen
Mr.
people-
Beast. Like in Mr. Beast, it was 15 years before he even got 1 million views, before he even blew up.
and he's very vocal about how he did it with the
Yeah.
not the hashtags, but like the verbiage, getting those people in the first 1 second, and you gotta like have a pretty good goal of what you want to make out of it. Like
Oh,
if you're a person that's sitting down, like I haven't streamed yet, and like, okay, I want to be a full-time streamer. I want to make this my
Then
my
do it.
main income. Like,
a lot to
good luck.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
It's
that's
a
a,
lot.
that's
You
a,
need-
that's a like full. I mean, that's not even an 8-hour job. That's like a 15-hour job. You get off your work and you go straight into that shit, and then
right. And
And
good
you
luck
can't.
with burnout, and good luck with realizing the whole the bumps in the road through doing it. And I mean, until you get on camera and the chats are going, the game's going, you get your first time with like the first, like, I can't even think of one word to say. I mean, we've all sat there like 100% out of words. That's a shitty
Oh, yeah.
feeling.
I mean, I've seen
I
seen bigger content creators do it too. They just blank. we're human.
Or you just got a spammer come in and bust your chat up and knock you off your game, and like, or you had a bad day at work because
Or streamer brain hit you.
Yeah. Or you get super into your game because you fucking love video games. Like,
Yeah, and you miss 18 fucking comments.
right?
Or-
And, a gift or two,
I do
and
it
you
all
feel
the
like shit.
The hardest thing for me when I did I tried to, because I still technically, with my job that I do, my business, you know what I mean, I'm still online all the time, right? And it's still putting out videos, and you know what I mean, we do lives and stuff like that for that stuff, right? But like the hardest thing for me, damn it, dude, I just lost my train of thought. I looked up and thought about work, man, and there went the
Dreamer
ADHD.
brain.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, that's it. Is like that dude going on and on and on. You got to think, man. Sooner or later, when you hit that button, dude, your brain is mush, man. You don't realize how much when you start going live, not just like what you or Ange does, because y'all try to have time set and you stick to them and you stick to it and you get off. You're not doing like another 8-hour session at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But that's what you have to do when you're going to do it. Like I started, the best success I had was doing 3-hour blocks and then taking 3 hours off.
Sure.
That's when
3 hours seems
that's
I
when
think
Twitch started to do really well. But the problem is you start to lose touch with absolutely everything else around you.
Yeah.
Like you start to think that this is all that matters. This makes me what my online persona is, or what this live does. This live only had 5 viewers in it, dude. I'm done for. You know what I mean? You start to get,
For sure.
it takes you over way too much, man. You know, and that becomes the part where I feel like
What do you think of what we are and what we're labeled as content creators? Like, say you come up and for viewership and you're at your 3-hour mark and there's your X amount of viewers, but if you keep going, your content goes down. You're putting yourself in front of your peak viewership with your worst content.
Yeah.
You have to know that point. Okay, my tank's empty. I got a lot of people in my box. If I go for another hour, half of those people ain't going to come back because I just put out shit content. But if I end up now, maybe they're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, that person I seen last night or yesterday morning that they said they go on every day at this time is going to be hyped like they were at that 3-hour mark, or they don't know what time it is, but you know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times, especially on Twitch is a big one. For the more people you have, the more impressions you get.
Yeah.
So you get your box up to, like, for me, like 25 people in a room's like a good Twitch for me.
Yeah.
If I'm at that 2-3 hour mark with 25 people, I'm like, shit, my stream's popping off. I got to stay on, stay hyped. That's like the opposite thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them go and hope they come back, because if you keep going, they ain't never coming back.
So yeah, that's a big students. How do you say that word? That's a big what am I trying to say?
Stigma.
Yeah, stigma. That's a big stigma in the streaming industry. Is right. Like, oh, I have to go for 8 hours and all that stuff. It's like, no.
AAC.
Yeah.
Everybody pushes AAC, and I hate it.
So you can stream for 2 hours and still build a community. Yeah. And still, you can stream for 2 to 3 hours and still become a full-time, streamer or a content creator and all that stuff. You don't have to do it for 13 hours. You can do it after you build your community and all that stuff, and you get big, and then you can stream as much as you want to. But I think people just is like, oh, I got to stream this much and this much. Yeah. And I think they get burnt out that way, and then they don't want to do it anymore because they're not fulfilling, and people are leaving and not coming back because they're streaming too much or doing too much and all that stuff.
Right. And I do think and it's terrible to say as a guy that majority of my content is live content.
Yeah.
To tell people not to watch too much lives as creators, because especially in our community, like, it's a lot of other creators supporting creators. I think the worst thing for your content is watching too much content. For one, 100%. You become negative because you're always comparing your content to somebody else's content.
Well, not just that, just time in itself. Right. You're taking so much time away from you and everybody else, just watching all these streamers and all that stuff and all the time. That's the way I look at it, at least.
Yeah, because if I'm having to go on at night after watching Fortnite all day, whether the games are good or bad for my friends, I've played Fortnite all day, and now I have to go on and play it live.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you take, like, we go back to talking about as a kid when you're in school all day, waiting to go get home, play the game, get your chores done, get your homework done, play the game, because you haven't seen the game all day.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, we sit there and watch, our friends stream, and I fucking love watching my friends. I don't watch the game. I'm talking to my friends.
Yeah.
But in some situations, you watch too much content. It's really, really, really hard to put out content.
Well, you like that game so much, and then you watch your friend or the streamers that you like, and they're playing that game all the time, and then you kind of lose your love for it, and you're like, I don't want to play that game anymore because you're always in it.
Yeah, especially a guy like a community like ours is so one-sided on the game. Like, I mean, I love making up statistics, but I bet you 90% of our community is Fortnite players.
Yeah.
Probably higher than that.
There's a lot of, I mean, and I don't have, that's not my problem is when I start to watch too much, I think I get too more involved and not doing what I need to be doing for myself.
Exactly. That's
You
the reason
know?
I stopped watching everybody. I'll jump
I
in
don't
there
have a
and say,
problem.
hey, but yeah. that's
Like the
what it
best times I've had, like I was telling Ange the other morning, you know, like sometimes when I'm still working and I'm not on my phone, you know, like winding down when she's on early in the morning, because most of y'all know I don't fucking sleep for shit, you know. But like it's easier sometimes for somebody to be on Twitch than watching on TikTok on the computer or whatever, or I'll be even put them up on TikTok on the computer, and I'm not fully interacting with chat, but I'm listening. But sometimes using it, and there is a right way, I feel like, to use things, right? Just like AI, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm using that as something to keep my brain company while I'm doing something else,
Exactly.
I find when I start doing dead time scrolling, that's when I start to get myself in trouble. When I'm just sitting here like this, and I will notice, I will open up my phone and I will engage. Like whether or not I don't talk a lot in lives, I pay attention. You know what I mean? And once that happens, you're engaged, whether you're typing or not. You know?
Yep.
And so I'll be knowing I need to do this, right? Like I need to edit this, or I need to do this. I should be doing this, or do anything else, right? But I'll sit here and then start tapping the screen. And once I've moved my hands away and I kick back, my brain has already went off. I'm not doing whatever the hell I thought I was about to do. And that's when it starts to be in trouble, because you'll notice I've done it before. I don't know about you guys, but I felt like I blinked and 2 hours is gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they're like, all right, guys, well, I've been on for 2 hours. I'm getting off. And you're like, what the fuck? No, I had to do this. And then you look at the clock and you're like, dude, but now I got to go to bed. And then you create that I didn't do anything besides watching someone, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
I don't.
Kudos to the creator for sure, but I mean it's not healthy.
Yeah. Well, it's like back when me and Squirrel were doing all of our crazy shit, and we had everyone was on TikTok at the time. You know, I get done streaming, and then go watch Squirrel, and after Squirrel's done, I go watch Malice, and after Malice is done, I go watch General, and after General's done, I go watch Mamba, and then fucking 5 hours, 6 hours has passed by, and I haven't done fucking nothing.
Yeah.
But especially when you have lives outside of content creating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have lives outside content.
Yep.
creating.
Yeah.
And that's where like we started taking weekends off, and like mentally it's been awesome. But like I will wake up on a Saturday morning and grab my phone, open TikTok, and doom scroll videos.
Yeah.
And like every video I'm like, you piece of shit, go do something. You piece of shit, go do something. And I'll keep doing it because the algorithm's so good.
Yep. That's one thing I'm working on right now is staying the fuck off my phone.
Or the worst is when you finally talk yourself into stop doing it, and then you leave it open. So like when you first open your phone, TikTok comes back up, right? So all you do is you just lock it fast, go start doing something, and you're like, oh shit, let me check my messages. And then you stop for a second, you open it back up, and you're right back in it. You're right back in it again before you even realize.
The dangerous thing on iPhone is they have auto scrolling on there, and I'll just set it on when I'm driving. I'll set it on my phone holder and just fucking hit auto scroll and drive.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm glad I haven't. I don't want to find that.
Yeah, I can't even look that up because that's bad news for me.
Yeah,
it's only on the iPhones. The Androids don't have it.
Good. I don't want it. I don't. Even if I had an iPhone, I'm not looking it up because that was. Dude, I have. You can imagine all the all the arms I have, right? So like I've got like empty stands everywhere around my room. So you can imagine now what that would do. Auto scroll. I got something just with this up above my bed like this, dude. Oh man, what that would do to the corn hub?
When we talk about like negativity and stuff, I've talked with some friends before, like cutting it out of your life and stuff, and like in that realm, like I see doom scrolling for me as a negative because it puts me in a bad headspace because I'm not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
So for me to cut that out, I have to make it not as a physical checkbox on a note paper, but like as a mental checkbox, just like I would anything to deem myself successful. Like when I wake up in the morning, I have a mental checkbox. Brush your teeth, check. Wash your ass, check. Clean underwear, check. Deodorant, check.
Drink some water.
So like in that first 5 minutes of the day, like I've already accomplished 5 tasks.
Yeah. Make
and
your
like
bed.
that, you just keep on like laddering that success through the day with these mental check boxes. And I really have to add doom scrolling to that, especially on the weekends.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's so important to have these like little self accomplishments, especially for us like ADHD like ridden people,
Oh yeah.
to do those little like successful things. So like, we talked about dopamines a little bit earlier, like, and that's huge. And like even like in your mind, like, okay, maybe loading the dishwasher wasn't on my checklist, but I did it. Check it off in my head as an accomplishment, and go to the next thing. Go to the next thing, and start with these like little things. Making your bed. Like, I mean, nobody fucking makes their bed. It's 2026, but like these
Point is,
these little things that we start here, like these little tasks, go to bigger tasks, because constantly you see people try to like hit the home runs all the time. Like they're always trying to like, you know, solve the world problems on their first task. No, you gotta start with this little shit to get the confidence to do the big shit.
Yeah.
And like that's how like I use those little steps to be successful in life. And I've seen it so prevalent in my day to day lately, as I kind of like brain rotted myself in the last year, because
Always
my
on social
phone,
media.
always on social media, to try to like recreating myself to be like all these things better. And I feel so much better at the end of the day. Like you lay back and you just
Yeah.
look at that mental checkbox in your head, you're like, holy fuck, man, there's so much ink on the paper. I did so good.
Yeah.
And then you just try to do that again tomorrow. You try to do that again tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I see that, like, if you're always on social media and you're getting those fucking endorphin rushes and all the feel good all the time, it's draining you, and to the point where you're just like, I have no more, and then you get off of it and you don't want to do any of that shit. So you step away from that and you go, oh, I do the dishes, and you're like, oh, I get a little bit, and then 2 hours pass by. I'll clean the house, another 30 minutes pass by. You do the go get groceries and all that stuff. You're not constantly getting that dopamine hit. Where you're on social media, it's like every second, boom, 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 boom. You get off of it and you're like, I'm fucking drained,
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about like if you start the day with like a gallon of water,
Yeah.
and that's your energy you have to put into shit, and you have all these cups in front of you to put your efforts into, and all like certain cups have holes and certain cups don't. Like maybe doom scrolling has a bunch of holes. I dump 50% of my water in there, and that water all leaks out. What do you have at the end of the day? You have nothing to show for it.
Have you ever heard of the spoon theory?
The what theory?
The spoon theory.
No.
Okay, so here you go. I think it goes to what you're talking about. This is how they explain ADHD in the spoon theory. Is for normal people, let's say you start off the day and you have 50 spoons, right? So for me to get up with having ADHD, to get up, brush my teeth. Sometimes people don't think that that's a hard task to get done, okay? Because they think, how do you not know your breath stinks, dude? Well, easy. My fucking mind tells me I got 9 other fucking things to do. And when I get in the car and start it to go down the street, I'm like, oh shit, and got to get out of the car, right? So, but let's say let's say for normal people that costs them 1 spoon, but for us that costs us 3 spoons. So it goes down to how much it costs you, and the same type of thing with the water. And it's kind of cool if you look it up. I mean, it explains more about people living. They use it a lot to talk about people living with something that that harbors their quality of life, right? Like ADHD would, or another
autism.
I don't know if you call it a disease. Yeah, exactly. So it costs you. Some things cost us less spoons than other people, right? So it's sometimes by the end of that day, and on some of those days, things that cost. Sometimes brushing my teeth will cost me 3 spoons. Sometimes it costs me 1, like normal people, and sometimes we don't. And it helps keep that tally in my head. And it's not like a physical number, right? But it's like, shit, dude, am I spending too many spoons today? I got to calm down. You get what I mean? Like, and that's
kind of what I'm. Like with the glass of water, like
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Filling all these glass of waters up, and then you put those all back in your gallon jug at the end of the day. What do you got left? Like, if I dump a shit ton of and lost a bunch of water, like I'm not gonna have nothing for the next day, and eventually my water canteen is gonna be empty, and I consider that burnout.
Yeah.
So like,
even with
what you put into stuff, you got to get back out of it.
Yeah, even with my ADHD, I've been like, for instance, going to the grocery store mid drive. I'm like, nah, I'm going back home. And just my fucking spoons and my water's gone. I'm just like, I'm done.
all of
I'm going home playing video games. I'm done for the fucking day. I'll fucking get
Yeah.
groceries tomorrow or
And
2 weeks from now.
And some days I want to go to the grocery store 3 times in a day.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? And like, fucking try to live in this brain, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, or you're like, you know what? Like, dude, I'll hate. Like, I'm the most. I say I am, but I don't think I really am. But I mean, I am the most extroverted introvert that I know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love to talk to people. I love having conversations, but I am an introvert at heart. Like, I am very, very. I'm happy just sitting here and doing this. You know what I mean? And to me, that's an introvert, not just you're depressed being introverted. Like, I'm happy being alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not as happy as I am knowing that I love to talk to people and engage and do those things. And I know
Right.
that it's not healthy to just be introverted either. Right.
For sure.
So, like a dog needs to be socialized, so do humans. You know what I mean? Like, we got to be
social
socialized,
creatures,
or we don't know how to act. You know, have
Yeah.
you ever like
I
not
think it's the
talked to
uck in your
somebody?
stomach when you get out there and like, because I love interacting with people too, but I get like a nervous thing. But like when I'm doing it, I'm like I'm doing good, and I'm talking and I'm interacting, and then by the time like you feel good, and then it's just like when the stream's going too fast and the chat's going too fast, and then you hit end live and you're like, oh, I don't even know, like there's no brain waves in my brain right now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get that total zen feeling. It's the same for me in public, and I consider myself the same, like as an introvert, but I love socializing.
Yeah.
But the problem, like, so regional and we're so north, like socializing is always directly correlated with alcohol. So like you have one before, you have one on the way there, and like, okay, now I'm loosey goosey, I'm ready to go. That's not me. That's not me in the normal factor. So like those people that know me outside of work, because obviously sober at work, but like outside of work and that night scene, they don't really know that I would never have this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have this conversation that's more on an intoxicated level, which is not as clean, not as good, not as clear.
Yeah.
And, I think, and we talk about ADHD, and I know there's like 7 billion different flavors. I never consider it as a bad thing, just like my dyslexia, because I'm really good with numbers. I can't read what the fuck, but I'm good with numbers. But same with ADHD. I hyper focus. I might do 17 tasks on that one task, but that one task is going to be fucking perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can't stop it till it's done and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And it might never be perfect in my mind, and I'll probably change it 16 times from the original, vision of that thing, but it's going to be good and it's going to be well thought out. And I would never call that a disorder.
Yeah.
That's a quality.
Oh yeah. I'm a fabricator at my job, so that shit hits me hard when I'm
a
building
carpenter,
stuff.
so. I hate when people use ADHD as a as a put down.
Yeah.
Or dyslexia as a put down. Like, yeah, I mix up my letters and I can't read super fast, but like I can do math really well, and I don't have to think. I don't have to think out, because I'm a carpenter. Fucking my whole life.
It's like you may slack on that one skill, but it heightens 10 other ones.
Yeah, that daredevil thing.
Yeah.
I have a problem whenever I'll hyper focus on something like, well, that's, I think that comes into us all, but that's like, I won't do like a bunch of tasks forever. And then one day, dude, it's like, what the hell happened, dude? You have this, you got this.
Man.
How did you make a website? How did you do this? And how did you do that, dude? And you did it in less than 24 hours. It takes me 2 weeks. That's okay. I won't do nothing for 2 weeks again now. Like that's a debt, but that is a detriment. But the thing is I think you can say it is a detriment, and it is until you learn the tools not to make it that way.
Yeah.
And none of us are perfect at it, right? But I do have, when you have a set of tools and knowing other people that have the same ailment or whatever it is, and you talking to them and figuring it out, right? Bouncing that off and realizing you're not alone. Because that's one of in ADHD, I feel like that's one of our biggest problems.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We already feel like everybody hates us sometimes, right? As soon as you do something, you're like, oh, did I say something wrong? Did I fucking, fuck, dude, what did I do? Why are you mad at me? You haven't said anything. Why are you mad? You know what I mean?
You think that's how you were born, or because the things that happened to you when you were being raised?
50-50.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say.
same. I was about to say.
I would say
50-50.
I would say 50-50 because as a kid, I already possessed those traits.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say they learned. Did they escalate? Like my grandma tells me all the time, I'm a master of blending in, right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, because I was adopted when I was 2, right? I always didn't get along with. I'd throw fits. I would do shit. You know, I had attitude problems. You know what I mean? But when I would go to this person's house, I would easily change my whole attitude to fit into what I needed to do at that house.
Right.
I go over to this person's house. I don't change who I am, but I would mold to that, right?
Yeah.
And that's a coping mechanism. So does that make that worse with ADHD? Yes, because if I don't, I make myself feel like if I don't be fake, they're not going to like me,
Yeah.
right?
You know,
But if I don't do that,
Chameleon.
And-
I think that is a thing. I've heard people talk about that chameleon effect. Just it's like an insecurity thing, and like that wanting to, be tribal. And I mean,
be
you grab
accepted.
onto certain ideologies that way. Like if you look at like I'm not saying you as a person, just in a whole, but like how do
talking about
people
you.
get how do people
You're
get
right.
hooked in like how did my son join this certain cult? Well, because he didn't have nowhere that accepted him. Cults strive on numbers, so they accept anybody, and that's how they drag you in. We'll take you as you are. We'll take you as you are. We'll take you as you are. We'll take you as you are, and then but we're gonna form you the way you are.
Oh yeah.
The way we want you, because we can see.
Yeah.
I don't not weakness, but I can see that you want to blend. You want to be in somewhere. You want to fit in somewhere.
yeah.
You're gonna do what we want you to do. That's why we grab you.
Well, you watch Stranger Things. Have you ever watched the show Stranger Things?
Oh yeah.
You know, that's why Vecna took the kids, because they were easy to manipulate and to mold. It's the same thing. That's the way it is. You say it's not. Is innocence a weakness? No, right? But that's what they thrive on. They look at the innocence of the people that don't understand that they don't see it, and then it plays on that. I'm here to save you, but really I'm the one hurting you, and it's
Yeah.
that's. But that's
Like you look at like atheism. A true atheist is a master of the Bible, right? There's somebody that has studied the book and deemed that they don't believe in that. But you look at all the 2026, not all, that was a terrible statement, but a lot of these people say that they're atheists, that have never read the book,
Yeah.
that have never done their studies. They
To
just
form an
wanted to be a
opinion
part
on
of
it, a
something.
real opinion.
Yeah, they wanted to be a part of it. They wanted
Yeah.
to be a part of something. So like they deem themselves as this because now I'm categorized.
Yeah.
And I mean it's not true, because in 2026 we're it's like you talk about eras, like the Renaissance era. This is the opinion era. You can
yeah.
be an expert of 0% and have an opinion on something. If Squirrel Master, if you ask me a PC question, I would not give you my opinion because I don't know fuck all about it. If you ask me a carpenter question, I'll give you everything.
Yeah.
But it seems like everybody nowadays has an opinion on it. It's okay to have zero opinion and just listen.
Yeah. It's okay not to know
100%.
anything.
And people don't
Yeah.
get that through their mind. Like you don't have to have a voice in everything. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
just have an ear in it.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts, and I see it everywhere. I see it with kids. I see it on TV. I see it with the news. Like everybody has to have a say and has to be heard. You don't.
Or I run into at work. I run into it. Just like
Younger generation.
yeah.
Yeah, or the last word too. The last
Mm.
word thing is like that, and in that sense, right? So like you can make a statement and then, okay, cool, we're done, right? Like okay, we agree to disagree, we're done. Then 10 minutes later, you got to come back again with, well, here's you another link to show you what I was talking about. Dude,
I hate that shit.
I've been done with this, man, and I don't have to go. Like if we're talking about, and that's speaking of that, it's something else that's become real big with technology, right? Is we can't have a conversation here anymore without, well, look it up.
Yeah.
Well, Google it, look it up, see what it says, see who's right, see who's wrong. Well, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what the internet says about this. Let's talk about this versus
Let's talk about real life scenarios and real life happenings. And yeah, it drives me nuts. Everybody has to have a voice and have an opinion. Like that's why I don't talk about the southern border, because I fucking live in the northern border.
Yeah.
Period. I have no stake in the game.
Yep.
Period. Like that's why I like the I think why I don't politics isn't something we like to talk about, but it used to be that presidents during campaigns gave statements of themselves, and now they break each other down because of the popularity thing. Like, this guy looks bad, or my running mate looks bad, my running mate looks bad, my running mate looks bad, my running mate's bad, because they're trying to give you an opinion on people you don't know, instead of, this is my core, vote on my core, vote on my core. Not that I think either of that matters anymore, but that's a whole different
Well,
topic.
it's so much. It's so agenda driven now with everything. It's just fucking. Everyone has an agenda now. Everyone has fucking their opinion on their agenda, and they want to fulfill their agenda. And if you don't like your agenda, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Financial. Period.
Yeah.
Or we can't believe in two different things and be on the same team.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's right. I forget, like, and the way I think about it is every sports team. You're right. The who won the Super Bowl this year? Seahawks, right? The Seahawks are a team full of quarterbacks, right? No, they have fucking every position to play. All those people learn their own other positions. It's the same thing in life, man. We're not all quarterbacks. We're not all running backs. We're not all linemen. Dude, just fit in where you get in, man, and be a part of the team.
You can have different
really
opinions. It's okay. Like, Squirrel can believe in God, and I can be an atheist, and we can be friends
100%.
still.
Right, and we both can like the color red. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of the boy.
And we can still vote for all. We can all still be in each other's corner for us all to win.
Yeah.
It doesn't have. We don't have to be. I don't have to not like you because you're something
Democrat
different.
or
that doesn't
Republican and all that shit. Yeah.
Core values that will make me not like somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big, and I kind of feel like it's across the board with everybody, but there's very few like things that you like that I can't like you because you like them. Very few. I mean,
as long as you prove to me that you're a good person, that's all I give a fuck about. Then when it comes down to it, that's all I care about. As long as you're a fucking good person, stay true to your word, have morals and all that shit, that's all I give a fuck about.
right.
Yeah.
And we have a discussion every Sunday, like, try to take a bunch of different opinions in, and like the whole purpose of the thing is like hoping that we have opposing opinions.
Yeah.
You try to, because people get so narrow in their track. Like, you go to work with the same group of buddies, or you go to work and there's 50 people there. You start communing with 5 of them because they share the same ideology, and you can speak freely around them. You're never gonna build off of that. You get so narrow-minded and so tribal. But like in the platforms that we have, when it's the whole fucking world, you can really bounce off of people. And I do think it's important. And coming from a town of 800 people, that's where I grew up, and that's and it was dominantly white people too, northern. So obviously there's stigma there too. But
definitely a one mind track,
yeah, for sure.
And
like, I mean, we got 4 churches in our town and 0 bars, so like super narrow-minded.
Yeah,
and I'm Catholic and believe whatever, but I can for sure have dinner with the guy that don't.
Yeah,
because we still breathe the same air. We still have so many other common stuff that we can get along with. Why would you break on one thing that's not super core value? Obviously, there's certain things that I can't get down with.
Right. But, yeah, of course.
Like I'm on somebody else's platform, like talking about it, but like, obviously, there's certain big stuff that you can't agree with, but the majority of it.
I mean, it's just having opinions and all that stuff, and all that, oh, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, it's like, oh, I don't like that, but it's like, oh, I don't fucking hate you for it. My
opinion's right to me, your opinion's right to you.
Yeah, and, it's like if I'm in the grocery store, I'm still gonna talk to you, even though I didn't like that opinion that you told me 2 days ago. So I'm still gonna say what's up. Yeah,
if you can make that correlation in your head, like, I can't like that guy because he drives a Ford.
Yeah,
but I guess that's a little too basic. I can't like that guy because
oh no, there's people out there like that.
the side of the ticket he votes on.
Yeah,
and that's the same as saying I can't like that guy because he likes onions and I don't.
Yep.
It's that fucking dumb.
Yep.
In my opinion.
And there's so much of it out there now. It's just like I can't wrap my fucking head around it. I even deal with it at work and also because we hire some younger.
Work's the worst. For sure.
We hired a bunch of young people and all that stuff, and I'm just like, y'all's the way y'all's mind work is like so. I can't even understand it really to fucking wrap my hand around it, but it's just like, how do y'all think like that? You know, they're
very
so
vocal.
they're really good at socializing, but they're horrible at socializing. If you get what I mean, you know, they have the internet, so they're socialized through that way, but one-on-one conversations or in groups and all that stuff, they're fucking horrible at it.
Like they have the worst meter for knowing when to talk and not to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've always said, the
Talking
best
about
like,
me?
as far as no,
Oh, just
kids,
kidding. The worst
kids
side
in the
of-
workforce, not kids, but young men in the workforce, and I'm big on that because going through the ranks and becoming a supervisor, foreman,
Yeah.
and being at the level that they're at now, and being the quiet kid, the kid that's learning, and then watching these kids come in with an opinion and have an entitlement, and it's like just absorb it, man. You got a 65-year-old dude that's been working in the trade his whole life. You don't think he knows shit?
Yeah.
He knows a lot. Just
Exactly.
learn, man. You'll get there. You're not gonna make what he makes right now.
No.
Because he's been doing it for 45 years. Like just chill. But they don't see that because the internet. I mean, they fucking learned it last
instant
night.
gratification, man. That's
one thing I've been
the name of
running
the
into
game.
when I talk to them, I'm like, because I like getting to know people. I'm a social butterfly and all that stuff. I like fucking picking people's brain and really diving into them, what makes them work and all that shit. And I asked a bunch of them. I was like, what's your end goal? What's your dreams? What are you striving to get? After you move on from this place, and they're just like, I don't know, smoke weed and fucking play video games.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Make money and then hopefully get money next week. Get money next week.
I'm like, what kind of life is that? What you're just fucking, you're a zombie at that point. You're just fucking living, It's just like, I can't like, what?
I do have a long commute too, and it's like those drives to work, like that one interview question that everybody hates, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's like, hit yourself with that every now and then. Like, don't do it daily because it's not healthy, but hit yourself with that every 3 months.
Right.
And see where you're at 3 months ago.
Have some kind of, goals and aspirations and dreams and all that stuff in life that you want to pursue, If you don't, then why even here in the first place? I mean, I'm not talking like go kill yourself, but I'm just like, what are you doing?
Especially in our trade, like in the blue collar end of it. Like, I don't think I know anybody that's like in a position they are that, other than, the top tier people, like anybody in the bottom end of the workforce is like, this is where I want to stay forever. Everybody. And I don't know if that, ties back into ADHD, and because it's super prevalent in blue collar for sure.
Oh yeah.
That are like, this is kind of the stage I want to stay in.
Right.
And knowing that, like, you like teaching these young guys like how to cook is, I think, so important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the crazy thing is ADHD is a superpower. You know what it has allowed me to do is in my life, right? So I was an IT recruiter in my early 20s in Austin, right? Like, I didn't know anything. I was all self-taught, right? So I grab a hold of something like, oh, I want to learn to program this language. Dude, I would hyper focus on that shit, become a I'm not a pro, right? You know what I mean? But become semi good at the subject, right? And then I'd be like, okay, I'm done with it. But what it's allowed me to do as time has gone on is, dude, I've done so much other things in my life.
Learn so many skills.
Then I've been stuck in one hole, and sometimes it's hurt. Like, I went to work for a moving company in Dallas one time, right? I've never done moving before in my life. Never worked for a moving company. Shit, I moved myself before, but I've never physically been like, hey, pay me and I'm going to move your ass,
Yeah.
So I don't know the first thing about it. But I had done door-to-door sales for 8 years, dude. I went in there, I sold them on the fact that I am the best salesman in the world. I can talk to anybody. I can train them on anything I don't know. Dude, before I knew it, I was in charge of all the movers and doing all the plans for the day and mapping out all the movers where they go. I'd never done this shit before. That is, I would say, my aptitudes as well. But that's also ADHD, because I go home and I say, you know what? For me to survive, I got to fucking do this, dude.
Yep.
And I got to take over, and I have to do this. And some people, they get in their head and they go, I'll never do it. Me, in my mind, it doesn't cross it, because my mind flips on and goes, fuck it, dude, you're just going to learn it anyway. And there's nothing else that matters right now.
Or there's that little fucking peak of interest in it, and it fucking blooms into it,
sure.
Then you're just wrapped into it.
That's what happened with streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I got started.
I think the unknown more than anything, like Like what's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? There's the outcome.
Well,
What's
I think
what's next?
ADHD brains are curious brains,
Mhm.
and they want to
Straight
learn
up.
too, because we're always, our brains are always going. I mean, all three of us right now are probably thinking of 10 other things right now as we're talking.
100%.
So
Yeah.
we're always fucking going through something and working something
Mhm.
out. So it's just like, I learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that, and then before you know it, you have 18,000 different skills under your belt.
It's hard to know when to stop, like when something's 100%. I struggle with that one too. Like,
Yeah,
you only can make something so good. You can simplify it as much as like brushing your teeth in the morning. Like, takes you 1 minute to brush your teeth. What does 3 minutes do? It doesn't benefit you anything.
yeah,
Like, I struggle with that a lot. Putting too much effort into one thing, even though that one thing is as best as it's going to be.
yeah. Or finding that one thing where you're supposed to be at and stopping there.
Or I let one thing be too
Yeah.
big, then it's not, like brushing your teeth. It only takes me 3 minutes, right? 2
Right.
minutes. But I can, in my head, I can go, but no, I have to go in there. I have to turn on the light. I have to then turn on the water. And I go through every fucking step, excuse me, but I go through every step that it's going to take me to get to brushing my teeth. And now I've sat here and thought about it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And or that's something
Yeah.
small, or putting on deodorant, or going and grabbing something to eat, grabbing a water, and I'm thirsty. Okay, well, this is more important right now, so I'm not going to get up and go. You know what I mean? Like anything that you're doing, you could be locked into what you're doing, dude, and it can really harm you in that same sense. Like where
yeah.
Don't you feel good after you brush your teeth though? Because you
oh, dude,
successfully done that task, and
Yep.
you put in your mind that was what you needed to do, and
I feel good. I feel that way about anything. I feel more accomplished by small tasks, I think,
because
than I do by big
accomplished,
tasks.
it's done.
The big stuff, I feel like, fuck it. I don't care. It was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like, but when I do something like mopping and sweeping my floor, right? It's like, hell yeah, I did it. Yeah, you smell that? That's a clean floor in here. You know what I mean,
I
right?
think that's ownership of value in our brains though, because we can idolize the brushing our teeth to mopping the floor being on the same level, even though it took different amounts of time and took different amounts of, and that's hard.
But I might
For me
miss
too.
something though. If I go and brush my teeth or mop the floor, or if I go start my laundry, I might miss something. And I definitely can't miss anything. I don't know about y'all, but I can't. Like I get that way sometimes. Like I can't, and I'm not missing shit. Like nothing. I'm not, dude. By the time I've sat there, I didn't miss anything. But I'm like, I just can't miss whatever I'm watching, whatever I'm doing, whatever. I feel like I'm gonna miss out on something sometimes by doing something else.
Right.
And that anxiety of missing a step, like, because sometimes, like, if I have like a bigger day, like I'll set my clothes out, or I'll make sure my, this is the chargers in the right spot, or my vitamins are in the right spot, or my coffee's prepped, and I never do that. Like you get that anxiety, like I'm gonna miss something in the morning because my fucking brain don't work all the way all the time, and then you over prepare, and then you miss something anyway, and the day was fine.
Yeah.
But you'll never stop doing that.
Routine is key for me. I have to have a routine throughout my whole day. I have a routine and all that stuff.
What does change do to y'all? So let's say if we were gonna start this podcast, right? And well, for me, because Ryyely didn't really have a plan, but for me, I still have always, even if there is not a plan, a scripted plan, I still have a plan, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What I want to do, right? So something throws a wrench in it, like Flames. Let's say if you were like, oh, dude, I got in home from work late. We got to start 10, 15 minutes early. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah.
Even in my head, I know it's not. But that change does something inside of my head, and it goes, well, what's next? What's next? What's happening now? So like that with anything, like when we talked about that, like the internet going out, right? Like on live, you feel like, oh shit, now I fucked up. You know what I mean? Like something's wrong. And that little hiccup, a little change in something, a change in plans. Hey, we're going to meet up at Chili's. Now let's meet up at Applebee's. That one change sometimes throws off the whole fucking thing.
Too,
I don't know.
Just checking those boxes, I think it's because we have this list in our head of like how the events are going to occur, and then that fucking naturally shit gets screwed up because that's life, and life happens, and then that just knocks you out from your plan, and it cooks you.
Yeah, and it could be something that doesn't matter. And the grand scheme of it all, like half the time I have to sit here and like when I told you, like Flames knows, most people know, I really do have, like I say, it's not a mantra, but before I go live, dude, I'll set in this little room that we're in here with no one else in here, not even up there, and just listen to music, you know? Or like before I go live or before I do something, I will set and get into a different state of, you know, get everything else out of my mind that I can, you know? And I do that for about 15, 20 minutes, and most people don't see it, but you know what I mean? It's something that I do to get ready to do almost anything these days, not just to go live. But before I go and like, hey, I need to set out to, like yesterday when I went to the UPS store, mailed that shit out, and I had an Amazon package that I still had waiting, went to Walmart and did other stuff, but I still had to set and get myself mentally prepared. Like, okay, these are the tasks that you have to do. Nothing else. Your computer does not matter right now. You know what I mean? These are your tasks that are on hand.
See, I'm the opposite. I just have to do it. If I start thinking about it, I'm not doing it. I just
have to clear my mind. Yeah. See, if I go start doing it, dude, I will sit there and I will. That's when I come home with like 90 other Funkos because I'll go to the bookstore on the way and be like, oh, I just look at this one, and none of them mean anything really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was at the laundromat the other day, and it was kind of busy, and I just sat there and I was like, I'm not going in with all those people. I was like, fuck this shit. Now, if I would have just done it, I would have been fine. But I sat there and I had to think about it, and then I just left.
I always thought it was funny, like my main goal at the end of the night is like I have a certain time I want to be done, and I just want to turn everything off and like hang out with my wife. Like that's goal. Obviously, dinner time with the kids, whatever sporting events, but like I want to be done and I want to be relaxing. So I kill myself with stress and hurry and rush so I can make my finish line for relax, which makes zero sense. Why wouldn't you just chill and relax a half an hour later, and like because then you sit there and like you're like fuck because you just killed your wiped out. Yeah, you just totally just fried your system so you could deload.
Or you feel like you missed something along the way, right? Or you feel like
right.
I did something half-assed. I know I did. Did I leave this door open? Did I forget to close the trash can? Did I just? You're not relaxing. There is no relaxing going on.
You totally let yourself down because you're like, okay, I'm not going to make my time crunch, so I'm just going to abandon this one thing, one little minute thing, whether it be set your fucking socks out for the next morning, and you just sit there like, I'm a failure because I didn't set my socks out. Like, shut up and just fucking watch your movie and chill because
I'll probably forget to wear socks tomorrow now.
I could never. There's a few things.
No, same. I can never fucking do that.
They walk in and their boots aren't tied. It's like, how in the fuck did you make it to your truck? Because I couldn't walk out that door without my boots tied.
Nope.
We had one guy say like, I'm not wearing socks, Jam. Like, how did be late? Be 2 minutes late. Be 1 minute late. How long?
Put your fucking socks on, dog.
Do I need to take you to Walmart? Do I need to take you to Walmart real quick? Because I don't want to be around you.
And sometimes I'm like stupidly early to things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I had to be there at 8 and then I'll get there at 7. Like, stupid. Yeah. And just killed myself to get there an hour early.
Yep.
And I could have just coasted there and still been 15 minutes early. Still probably been the first fucking person there.
Even though you're rushing and you're going to be fucking early as fuck, and you still feel like you're going to be late.
Or like speeding. Like you're already going to be 45 minutes early to work, but you're driving 25 over the speed limit, like risking getting a ticket or getting in an accident.
Yeah.
The weather's bad or whatever, and it's like, slow the fuck down. You're early. Good job. You did it. Pat
first one there.
Nobody's gonna fucking notice.
No, you get there an hour early, so then you can pull out your phone and doom scroll while you wait. That's
your wife's life.
That's pretty much what it happens, right? Like that's
take a nap.
That's the
it's home pretty hard. Scroll master. Your wife's morning stream. So I could be in chat for an hour when I got to chat about it.
And then you go into work and you already fucking fried that fucking first hour.
Like, wow, I'm so tired because you woke up 2 hours early for no fucking reason.
And then you doom scrolled for a fucking hour.
Right. Because you're not tired. Yeah, right. It's midnight.
And then you got an attitude at work because you fucking fucked yourself in the morning. So you're like, fuck everybody.
My biggest one as like getting in the administrative end of my job is being the administrator on the phone. At work. Like, okay, like you can't tell a kid to get off your phone when you're on TikTok when you're fucking on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep. I see
Yeah,
my
it
boss
wasn't
and
really
he'd be like,
prevalent
"What are you doing on your
15.
phone?" I'm like, "Bitch, you're on your fucking phone right now. Shut up." Like, I don't give a fuck if it's for work or not.
My old boss in the restaurant used to be like that when I was a kitchen manager. I would be like scrolling TikTok, or not TikTok then, you know what I mean, like Facebook feed, whatever the hell it
Yeah.
was, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be back there. He would come back there to show me a clip of a video game. That's why he came back there, not to check on work, right?
Yeah.
But I'd be on my phone. He'd be like, "What are you doing, man? Get off your phone, dude. Do some work." I'd be like, "Okay, so what did you need?" "Oh, I just wanted to show you. Have you seen this game?" And I'm like, "Bro, are you fucking kidding me?" So you come, and then even the cooks would get mad. They'd be like, "How come you always mess with, how come you always mess with, well, my name's Rick." They'd be like, "You got Rick over here," and you pull him aside and talk to him about video games and not us. I'm like, "Dude, it's not me doing this. All right. Like, I'll sit right here with you guys and look at my phone and laugh with y'all." He's the one that pulls me aside, that I'm in trouble now because I was on my phone. I wasn't talking on it. I wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the same. That was an interesting time. I worked with my boss, my old GM at the restaurant, played video games with us. And one of the bartenders took, Brian, don't you, Flames? I think you know Brian.
Oh yeah.
But Brian took acid one night, and on Ark Survival Evolved with the dinosaurs, moved all of our GM's dinosaurs and didn't know that he was doing it. And when he got to work the next day, he got threatened to get fired for a video game. But yeah, like, we can't be on our phones, right? Like, he's like, "I don't remember this." He's like, "You were whistling follow all everywhere, and I was yelling at you to stop, and you weren't stopping." And I'm just sitting over there in the corner laughing like, "Dude, if this guy loses his job for a video game, this will be the first time for this."
That'd be fucking awesome. Some fucking next employer calls. "Why were you fired?" "I played video games with this guy, and he fucking fucked us over on the game."
Well, I don't know if he took some kind of.
We called your
drug to make him
reference here. He
hallucinate.
said something about.
He took some kind of mushrooms or something, dude, and it had him like hallucinating. And so, like, the dinosaurs, it's a dinosaur game, right? He just starts running around in the trees and shit with the visuals, I guess, from whatever drug he took, but doesn't realize he has all of our GM's dinosaurs following him. That he spent days and hours and days doing this shit. And he spread them all over the map. And we get to work, and he's like, "Hey, Brian, I need to talk to you." And our office in this restaurant didn't have a door on it, right? So it was like out by the kitchen. And so I'm back there in the fucking freezer acting like I'm putting up shit with the door open, listening, and I hear him. He's like, "So what were you thinking when you did this, dude?" And I'm like, "Bro, are we at work right now? Or are we?"
Your numbers are great, but quit fucking moving our shit.
Yeah, dude. And I've never heard. So he's like,
"I'm gonna have to write you up on this."
Yeah, dude. He was literally. I heard him. He's like, "Dude, I want to fire you. I'm almost gonna fire you for this." And Brian's like, "Dude, like, sorry, like, my bad, man." He's like, "Well, get out there and get back to work." And I'm like, "Oh my god, bro, this shit.
That's
I'm not playing
fucking
games with this guy at all." But yeah,
I remember those times just going to work and your highlight of your days with the stories were with the boys and
yeah.
Zero stress, and I miss that shit for sure.
Back in the day, was no social media, fucking being at work and shit.
Dude, or playing
the game.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I think about that. Now it goes, I guess, the same thing. We were talking about shoes. I work at home, right?
Yeah.
So I work at home. The socialization I get is on the phone, talking to people, right? Or talking to y'all, doing this, going online. I go out to restaurants and stuff, and I do talk to people, but I guess at my age, when I moved here from Texas, I've kind of removed myself from like hanging out with a bunch of people all the time. Like, I'll go to the bar and I'll sit next to a guy and have a great conversation.
Yeah.
But I won't be like, "Hey man, let's hang out next week," because I probably won't be there for another month. You know what I mean? Like, so I still get out, but it's like, that's to me is like the thing that I miss from going to a job like that, and now I feel like even when we get older, we can't talk about those things because it's like a stigma in the workforce, right? Like, we're older now. We got to talk about family. We got to talk about breadwinning and what we're doing to better ourselves.
Not
And
about
our
your
tenure.
Yeah. Not about and just in general, like, what did you do? Yeah, I remember going to work and people talking about, "Dude, last night, bro, some random person, I met him. We went and did this and hung out and had a crazy time doing this. Dude, you ever seen this restaurant?" Now you go to work and it's more like, "Hey,
you seen this video?"
Or you talk to them and they're like, "So what are your kids?" And I'm not saying kids are bad. You know what I mean? But like, it's more about, "So when's the new fence going up at the house?" You know what I mean? Our whole conversation has changed from like the fun times that we've had and sharing life experiences sometimes to some stressful ass shit all the time when we talk. How are the bills going? How's the work going? How's this going? Instead of the fun times that we used to have. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but if you think of it as like the fresh ears version, like when you meet that guy for the first time, he hasn't heard any of your stories ever, and when you get working with the same, say you work with the same guy for 5 years, you only have current events
Yeah.
at that point.
That's
Yeah.
true too.
And
And we're not
I
young
do
and
think
dumb
that's
anymore
important,
too.
especially for like because it's the telework work from home thing so prevalent. Like my wife does it too. Like just set out whether I think it's important at least one day a week to touch grass.
Yeah.
Put yourself out in that environment one day a week. I mean, you can't hermit in the house for weeks on end. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
You get so stuck in because 3 days in a row turns into 6 days in a row, turns into 2 weeks in a row, turns into I haven't been out, in a month.
I haven't seen the sun. Yeah.
And it's not healthy. And I know with like social media now and all these platforms, men's mental health is a little more outspoken than it was when we were kids. Like my dad never talked about it.
No, same of mine.
I kind of reached out to my dad. My dad, hard ass, always been, which is great father, awesome father. I came up with a great upkeeping, but I kind of reached out at one point in time, like, hey, I'm kind of fucking feeling pretty good. Kind of need to talk to somebody, and he's like, yeah, here's my therapist's number. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I talk to somebody a couple times a month.
Wait, where was this when we were kids?
Right, and he's like, yeah, I've been doing it for years. Yeah, it really helped me because his struggle was when he retired, self-worth type shit.
Yeah.
He didn't have a job. He still had retirement money coming in, but he didn't really feel like he had a purpose.
Had an identity and all that.
Yeah, and he went and got help, and he's like, yeah, we'll talk to this guy. He's pretty good. He gets us our type of brains. And but to know that was never spoken to me prior to that because the stigma of, men are tough, men are hard.
Yeah.
We don't talk about our feelings. I had to reach out because I was in a bad headspace to be like, hey, Pops, I ain't feeling right. For him to tell me, go get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think social media nowadays, I don't know if it's just my algorithm or what, but I always see mental health stuff on there.
Yeah.
I think it's more open.
I know we
I
push
think,
it.
yeah, I think it's more openly talked about, but I also feel like, and I'm not downing not especially nobody here, you know what I mean? But some people with it being so much on the algorithm, there's so much too that is that not real true concern. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They make a post about it, and which is still fine, right? But at least it's talked about now because it wasn't, man. We don't talk about. I've said this before. I've had friends of mine in my life, man, that have ended it, have killed themselves. I had a buddy of mine that seemed like he was happy, came home from work he was a prison guard, took a nap on the couch, literally got up from taking a nap, said nothing to nobody, walked into the bathroom and shot himself. That's not okay. That us as friends should have had some kind of knowing, and we all looked at each other going to the funeral going, we don't know what happened. That's not okay. You know what I mean? We should be, and we think we're close, but that doesn't mean that we are. You know what I'm saying? We can be close.
My experience too is that it's always the buddies that you didn't see coming.
It's always the one that's seen the happiest.
Yeah, for sure. That put on the biggest mask, and I do think you got to be careful if you are down in the dumps and you reach out and a buddy said, not talks you out of it, but just talks to you about your feelings, whatever, and it gives you that dopamine kick. I feel better now. I reached out. I feel good. I get down in the dumps again. I do that again, the same situation. I do that 2-3 times in a row. I keep getting that dopamine fix of feeling better. Having that self-awareness, do you feel bad or are you reaching out for engagement now? Because every time you talk to this certain person, you feel better. It might be a mental thing for you that it's hard to say because you never want to negate somebody from reaching out when they're feeling bad. That's the first thing you should do. But maybe get in your head a little bit okay, I'm reaching out because my brain's telling me I want to feel good, so I'm reaching out instead of I need to reach out. So don't never use that as a crutch because you could if somebody reaches out to me and I talk them off a ledge, which doesn't happen. I just usually reach out and tell somebody they're worth something. Reach out to me about the football game. Reach out to me about the Fortnite. Reach out to me about anything. If you need that one-on-one talk to feel good, have that one-on-one talk. Don't make it about I'm in a bad spot.
And if you feel like you don't want to reach out, that's the time to reach out.
For
like
sure.
when you feel like you don't want the help and all that stuff, that's the major time to start.
And there's nothing wrong with telling somebody either, hey man, I want to just shoot the shit with you for a minute because I feel better when I talk to you.
Because being lonely is a real thing.
There's nothing wrong with telling somebody that. I don't have to then tell you, oh man, I'm having a bad day. You know,
it can be anything. It can be anything. I just need someone to fucking yell at or fucking cuss the fuck out or
just be honest about what you
whatever,
need.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Or I have this, I have this shit in my head that, I don't know if it makes sense because how many times have you, like I use a lot of like analogies of, husband and wife stuff. Like there's been times where I've been, so mad at my wife over something. I built it up, and then I finally told her why I was mad. I said it out loud. I'm like, that was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That was not something to be mad about because I physically said it out loud. As I was saying it, my brain processed it and realized that wasn't actually a thing.
Yeah.
It happens way too much. But that's why like we're open now. Like if shit's on your mind, get it out. Because when you get it out, and it doesn't even have to be a negative thing.
No.
Like one of our Discord calls, I had a generational ideology thing over my grandpa that it was just burning on me in my head, like because my grandpa was older, so the generation he was in, their views on race was different, their views on women were different.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, that makes him a bad person, right? But when I spoke it out loud in front of my friends, I'm like, okay, I can understand what it is. I can understand what that is as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
By speaking it out loud, because especially our brains, we got your voice and your brains talking 5,000 times faster than your voice out loud. So just bouncing it off of somebody, and a lot of times, like if I can't bounce the shit that I'm bouncing off right now, some of my guys at work.
Yeah, our monologues in our head are 10,000 times louder than people that have normal monologues.
You do know that not everybody does have a monologue in their head,
that's what I was getting at.
You do know that,
really?
Right? Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, they don't, bro. Yeah. I'm not joking. We've had this they don't. I think
what type of people?
I think Iron was one of them. Said he doesn't hear himself inside of his head. I'm not joking.
Stop it.
There's a bunch of people, dude. No, this is a real
thing.
Some
people at work that I work with.
My head never shuts up.
So my buddy Paul, like I hear play by play in my fucking head, and he's like, I don't have that voice, dude. There literally is these people, and they say they're NPCs, right? I'm not going down that road, but that's another whole take. But there is a bunch of people that don't hear the same things we hear in our fucking head, dude.
I rehearse what I'm going to say 50 times before I say it.
Yeah,
in my head.
Exactly.
Oh, and 5 other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
and fuck
they don't hear.
They
don't hear that. They don't hear that. They don't.
Like as we're doing this podcast, I thought about like
Big Ange.
How is tea made? And I was like another thought process. I was like, what if they took this and they separated it into halves and just stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like I think anxiety is so important though.
I told myself 10 times. Like his lights.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got anxiety. I need to take something down to level me out. Take something to level me out. Take something to level. Anxiety is a sense just like fucking hearing, tasting, and smelling. You're supposed to have anxiety.
Yep.
You're supposed to be worried that the lights are going to turn out because the electric bill's not paid.
Yep.
You're supposed to be worried about your kids going to school. You're supposed to be, wondering what the weather is going to be tomorrow. That's a feeling.
It's a good anxiety.
I mean, negative anxiety is there for a reason because something's reflecting on your life that you need to change.
Yep.
So I saw a guy that took some ADHD, like a medication for ADHD, right, for this first time, right, and he starts crying in the car. And he's like, the guy who's sitting next to him is like, what's going on, man? He's like, dude, it's fucking quiet. What is going on? I've never heard this before. Like, and I thought about that in my, like, again, there you go. See, like, I thought about that in my head when I saw that, right? I was like, bro, I don't know if I know what quiet really is. Because even when I lay down to go to bed, I still hear myself talking.
Yeah.
All the time. Every time I think something, I fucking hear
I can only fall asleep if I put myself in a scenario. I don't know if you guys do that, but like if I'm restless, I have to do a task in my brain and I start a project, whatever. Like I play golf in college, like, and I had a like an MD, but I had a, you know, it was a priest tell me, because I like golf and he knew that. He said, start playing a game of golf or a round of golf, and I can never get past the third hole and I fall asleep.
Yeah.
I go to a specific golf course in my head and I go swing by swing and out like a light.
That's how I got into lucid dreaming. I don't know if you know what that is.
I want to talk more about lucid dreaming.
That's how I got into that was because of settling my mind, right?
Yep,
so lucid dreaming is putting your body to sleep, but keeping your mind somewhat coherent, right? So I figured if I could learn to do that, right, that I was then getting sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so I started studying what lucid dreaming is, how it works, what happens when we go to sleep. I started keeping a dream journal, which is the first step. If you ever want to start doing lucid dreaming, which is remembering your dreams, knowing you're in a dream, going, I am in a dream, and then being able to control that, which I've never got there. Every time I get to the point when I realize I'm dreaming, I freak the fuck out and I wake up. Right? Like I just can't. I've been like, okay, now I can do this, and then I'm like, oh shit, and I wake up. But every time you wake up, dude, if anybody, I would say even if you don't want to lucid dream, because if you think about it, you could wake up, go take a shit when you wake up, right? You've already forgot what your dream was.
100%.
So you keep a piece of paper next to you or your phone nowadays, right? And when you wake up, you say exactly what you just dreamed before you do anything. That's the first step to it, because then you're remembering and you're knowing when I do these things, I'm dreaming, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first step to it.
Yeah, I started to think about like people being able to like communicate with each other in these, like on
I never got that's a fact. I don't know. The farthest I've got, dude, is I studied that, and I studied astrological projection, which is very close to lucid dreaming, right? It's just
like
sending
yourself, Connecticut type shit.
Yeah, you're sending your consciousness onto another plane, right? Because there are some people, if you think about it, when you're dreaming, and not to get way down deep into it, but when you're dreaming, there are some people that think, and there are some facts, I guess you could say, but we're existing on another reality plane while we're dreaming.
Dimensions and stuff, shit like that.
So what you're doing is you're realizing you're there, and
there's another
astrological projection is you're going up and you're seeing yourself. You're looking down, so you're going out
to the multiverse.
Yeah, it literally is what it sounds like. You're projecting yourself out into.
That shit gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I get sleep paralysis real bad, but my sister's a sleep doctor, so she has her own opinions on that.
Yeah, I used to force myself to have dreams to fall asleep, but then I got on my medication. I just go to bed and just go to sleep now. Just so fucking nice.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like if I'm worn out, I go to sleep, but like if I'm worn out, I'll get the feeling like somebody's holding me down and I have no control over my body type shit. But apparently that has sleep apnea.
I'm not looking it up because that's not. I didn't Google it, but there's two things that doing anything that has to do with you dreaming, that if you want to do any kind of sleep studies, dream studies, and I think doctors will tell you this too, right? There's two things that help you a lot. Number one is no THC in your system, right? Which that's a problem for me. But anyway, that's but you get what I'm saying. Like, so number one is no THC in your system, because that inhibits your dreaming right there. So if you're anybody that smokes weed that does any kind of THC, it inhibits your dreaming. So number one, if you stop smoking weed right now, if anybody that smokes, you're going to have more vivid dreams than you ever had, because it's been blocking your dreams. And then there is, I want to say it's, what is it? Something wort. There's it's a natural thing that you can take that intensifies your dreams. And it's not like a drug. You don't hallucinate, but it helps
root wort.
Yeah, root wort. I think it is root wort, but it's a natural thing. It's like lion's mane. It's the same stuff. But what it does is it gets you to that ease of sleep, that state better, because THC blocks it, right? So I'm not, even if you don't do it, I'm just, for some people that do smoke, you think that you dream, but you don't. You cannot go down doing a dream journal. Like if I wanted to get serious about lucid dreaming again, I would have to stop smoking. It's just, you have to stop intaking the things that's part of it, right? You can't do it.
See, the only dreams I really remember are like the bad ones. Like there's been a long time since I woke up and like wanting to get back in a dream because it was a good dream or a naughty dream or whatever. It's always like the traumatic dreams for me.
There you
that I
go.
remember.
Jen said it. St. John's wort. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's something you've heard of a bunch of times. Like I said, there's nothing crazy about it. It doesn't make you fucking hallucinate. You don't get crazy off of it. You don't. It's nothing like that, dude. It eases you and you get into that state better. Because a lot of us, we don't realize, even when you don't drink, you don't do anything wrong, we don't get REM sleep, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of REM sleep that you get, that we should get, we needed 8 hours of sleep when we were babies, right? Or growing. We don't need that amount of sleep now at our
How much
age.
REM sleep do we need?
We need it 4 hours, 5 hours. If you can get into REM sleep, you're done for 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's all that you need. That's scientific. Like that's just, and I'm not saying the exact numbers hours because I'm not the fucking scientist that knows it, but I know I've looked at it enough that's all at a 60-year-old person, you only need like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
I've heard that like if you wake
not
up
more.
in the middle of the night, like if every time you wake up, it takes 45 minutes away from.
It takes
So
that
if you
time to
wake
get
up
back
6
to that
times a
thing.
night, it's like you didn't actually get sleep if you're sleeping 6
Well,
hours.
yeah, it's
a
like
night.
if I've slept for like 14 hours before and waking up feeling like shit compared to sleeping to the 4 or 5 hours, and I wake up feeling fucking awesome. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, like on the weekends, now that we're not streaming on the weekends, like if I get like a 9 hours sleep, my whole body hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't need that much.
Yeah.
And I get into that. So because of the way my schedule runs, right? Like I'll be up when we're done here because I slept until 3, 4 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else can wind down, go to bed because they do that. But my stuff is overnight. I stay up, but like it doesn't, it's just not, we don't get what we should get. I'll go to bed and I'll take a nap. And sometimes that's why you feel like you take a 3-hour nap and you've had a full night's rest, right?
Right.
And you feel the best you've ever felt. Sometimes you have that 8 hours where you felt like you were sleeping, but you were tossing, turning, getting up, moving. All of those things, they stop your REM sleep from happening. And what St. John's wort does is it allows you to get into that REM sleep faster. So that's
So
all
is it like
part
an
of.
ingestible thing?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's just a
Oh.
it's just a little pill you can grind. You can take a little pill. It's a natural, dude. You can buy it at Walmart, and there's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah,
there's nothing crazy about it.
I'm pretty
But
sure
it-
it's a root, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah, but it just gets you to it gets you to that ease of sleep because you can't lucid dream and you can't do astrological projection if you can't get yourself into REM sleep. Because that's where it
what's the
happens.
one that the gummies that everybody takes, not melatonin.
Melatonin, yeah, fuck melatonin.
Is it
C-
melatonin?
CBD?
Yeah, I heard that's like
CBD?
super bad for you.
Yeah, it's not. Melatonin is not good for you.
No.
It's
It's
not.
like over a long time, it's like
Especially for kids.
yeah, like super
Well,
bad
you
for
build
kids.
up-
I don't remember what I heard about it, but
You
it
build
was
up a
like,
tolerance. It's just
Yeah.
like any other thing for sleeping,
Right.
and you build up a tolerance, and you're taking so much of it that you're not. It becomes kind of the best way I can explain it would be
No, it's like a
Xanax.
drug.
you like fuck
Yeah.
with the belly
It's a
and
drug.
too.
You take
Like
it away
the-
from the kids, and then the kids can't sleep anymore because they're not on it no more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
I
and
used
their
to-
body's
I
not
used to be
producing it.
on
You-
Xanax, and
Yeah.
I was like the worst for me because like I didn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck if I brushed my teeth. I didn't give a fuck. Like that whole anxiety like went out and everything was chill all day, every day. And like I had no priorities and I didn't care. I was like took all my success drive factor away and
yeah.
get that out of here. You know what I mean?
They used to call it two different people back in the day when I'm allergic to Xanax. Luckily, it hits my stomach and I throw up stomach acid. Not to be gross, but so I can't take it. But other people that I knew that took it, right, like that abused it too, they always said that there was two different people. There was them, and then they called it Hank. When Hank came out, that was a different person. It's a whole different. Xanax doesn't make you yourself, dude.
No.
Like I've done shit. I've taken a Xanax pill to help me sleep. Like a little bitty piece of one from somebody that's prescribed it, right? Like okay, if I get in trouble because I'm on live, whatever. But take a little piece. Think I'm gonna get some good sleep now, right? They wake me up out of my sleep, dude, and I turn into a fucking terror, dude. I grabbed my laptop and snapped it, broke it, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because in your mind, Xanax just wants you to sleep.
Yeah.
And anything that gets in your way is bad. You know what I mean? You're not there. You're not there. It's a whole nother person. You're not yourself. So I don't prescribe to anything that I can't take things that are.
I like natural remedies. Like when I'm in pain, I try not to take pills. If I have a headache, I try not to take any pills and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it gets to the point where it's unbearable, then I will. But I'll try to let my body naturally take care of it or take natural remedies to resolve it.
Yeah. Or
Dude,
if you have to get a
I
little
took that alpha or not alpha brain, but alpha brain's in it. But I took that Total Human. I'm on day 2, and
Yeah.
like I haven't had an energy drink. I had 1 cup of coffee this morning. I felt
It
sharp.
works, dude.
I felt
Yeah.
yeah.
I still drink it. We were talking about that before, right? You know, before the podcast when I
Right.
was coming in there. But like, I still like I had an energy drink then, but it's much more. That's an addiction thing in my mind. It's not
Yeah.
that I need it, dude. It's not. I don't need anything now. When I took that, like I take them. I feel I don't know how to explain it as an ADHD person. Besides, it kind of gets you going. I don't know how else to say it. Like it gets you to where you're on a path and not feeling so
more focused and more,
but not a drug
clear.
focused because you
clear,
can still
more
fall.
clear-headed. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. How to
I just love finishing a thought, and that's my biggest thing. Like if I'm jumping around when I'm speaking out loud and I can't finish a thought because whether I forget or I couldn't like remember, that's my biggest thing. And like I feel like when because I took Alpha Brain for a long time and I felt like I could just finish a thought, finish a thought, and speak clearly, and like in that blue collar thing when you're making decisions or doing stuff like that's important.
Yeah.
To not be cloudy, and takes the cloudy away for me.
And you don't feel drug. I don't know how else to say it. Besides that when it comes down, you don't feel drugged out when it goes away.
Right.
You go to sleep.
Crash.
No, you don't. You do get.
I want to say doesn't have that Adderall.
Yeah, but you don't get that
robot
that crash. You get a crash of like, okay, I'm going to wrap up now. It's time to go lay down.
Yeah.
More, but also I know that it's one of those things too, man. The more, just like anything else, you start off with it. What's more important is you keep taking it because you're going to feel the effects immediately from it, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to be profound effects because you haven't been doing it again.
Right.
The problem becomes after that.
Metabolized too.
Yeah.
Well, it's like me with I cut out all caffeine. I don't drink energy drinks anymore and all that stuff in the morning. I don't drink coffee. I may have a coffee every once in a while, but that's like more pure than all the chemicals and the energy drinks and shit. But me being off of caffeine has helped me so much, whether it's in my mind and my body and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I was at that point where I feel like I got to make a change.
Yeah.
But like we want to do all these things. We want to do all these hacks. Take the the Total Human or take the L-creatine and it's like fast food 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Or also always that you're doing this, then you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and you fall back down, and you just repeat it over and over.
And there is no shortcut. That's I think that's one thing we get caught up on too with a lot of things is like you're talking like the limitless pill. We're looking for that limitless pill.
For sure.
100%.
Like everybody is. I feel like even if you don't say you are, be honest with yourself. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the shortcut. And there is no shortcut. There's things that can help you along the way. You know what I mean? There's like an engine boost you can get, right? You know what I mean? But there's not anything that's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
It's
like you want muscles, you get in the gym
and
eat right.
Mm-hmm.
You want a healthy
I think
brain?
exercise is huge too.
You want a healthy brain, you got to do that too.
The higher you get up in the ladder in the blue collar world, the less physical effort you're putting in, and and then it comes at you like a hurricane, putting on weight, and whether it be more stress in in your mind and less stress on your body, and fucking chips and energy drinks, and even tonight I haven't had an energy drink in 2 weeks, but I sat down in my streaming chair and I just open one. I got a Red Bull for you. Grab an energy drink and get ready to play the game, get ready to go and chat. That's part of your routine is you do whatever in between games, you take a drink and
well, I ate dinner when
negatives
when you messaged me on Discord about coming into the thing before the podcast, and I was like, I'm eating Chick-fil-A, right? So that was what I did is I ate Chick-fil-A. I took my Alpha Brain stuff because it's the start of my day technically, even though it's the middle of the day for a lot of people or the end, right? So I go take a shower. I get out of the shower, brush my teeth, do the whole routine, right? But before I come into here, you know what I have to grab? I have to grab an energy drink. The same thing. So I set it down here knowing, well, I just took fucking Alpha Brain. I'm not going to have a problem with energy. You know what I mean? Like focused energy. But why do I need more? It's not, to me, it's a habit and an addiction.
Yeah.
It's the same with these. Like I
Yeah.
guarantee
yeah.
somebody could
Oh, yeah.
take this and switch it for one with 0 nicotine in it, and just the oral fixation of it would get me through the day tomorrow.
Mhm.
Maybe I'd have a headache and I didn't know why, but the sucking on a vape
Yeah.
would give me the fix that I need.
Bro, I went to the doctor, right? And it's because I was sick. It's when I was sick when doing all those fucking a week ago. But I went to the doctor and like your blood pressure's high and all that stuff. And I was like, well, I do vape and all that stuff. And she's like, well, how much do you vape? I was like, I mean, if I'm sitting on my computer playing video
A
games
lot.
and stuff, I'm just fucking chugging that thing. Just fucking boom, 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 you know, and I'm just fucking flooding my body with nicotine and all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, that's probably why you have high blood pressure right now. So let's back off of that. So
Right.
I've been trying to relax on that too. So
So hard. I mean, I don't do it at work, but like I chewed Copenhagen for 20 years,
yeah,
and like just the having something in my lip. I had to chew seeds and I had to chew gum. Like I had to have
Yeah.
something in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like just the habit of the feel, not the thing in your bloodstream, is the thing that
yeah,
it's all addiction. Like the video games. I mean, it ties back into like you can say in the gaming community. I used to know the statistics because I had to know them at one point in time, but of how many people have ADHD that are gamers, opposed to how many people have addictions to gaming, and like suicide in gaming and mental health in gaming. Like it all correlates, and it's
yeah.
like the majority. Maybe not with suicide, but like mental health, because it's like that break from reality, and that getting to communicate with others from my basement or from my bedroom, and that the break from life. If
Yeah.
life's got you down bad and you're in a bad spot, I'm gonna go to this this 4K version of reality, that I have
Yeah.
the perfect car, and I have the best loadout, and I have the brand new skin, and that not real, because reality sucks. So I mean, we're all driven to it so hard.
Well, that's one thing I've been talking with all my buddies that I play with in Discord. You know, we game every night just about, and I'm like, the guys, I'm thinking I'm at the point where I want to take a break from gaming and get out and go see the world a little bit and be outside for a fucking while, and kind of just chill on the gaming for a little bit and
Even
just
what we
be in
spend on-
nature more and all that shit, and touch the fucking grass with my bare feet and go fucking chop
Yeah.
wood and shit and just be out in the fucking woods and be a part of the fucking world and all that stuff, not stuck in this fucking room on this computer and shit.
Right. Like when you're sitting at your son's basketball game and you're thinking about that clip that you can make, and
Yeah,
or you're making your PC payment and you're like, oh, that could have went away this weekend with that money, and
yeah.
it's all shit like that, those reality checks that kind
It's
of
like
hit
we could
home
have
for
gone
me.
see the world and fucking
Right.
gone see something that's monumental in the world. Now that everybody else gets to see and all that shit. So
But I sit here in like this moment with you two, and like two people I met through the internet, and like would never had that. You know what I mean? So there's so
exactly.
many, like you're constantly doing these pros and cons, and it's just so
Oh, yeah.
hard not to like see all the benefits that
Yeah.
video games has brought us. And
Well, that's one thing
Yeah.
with me is like I stopped streaming altogether. I get my streaming from doing this podcast and my podcast, and I just felt like I was pushing myself too far, and getting burned out too easy because I was doing way too much and all that stuff. And I was just like, plus I didn't enjoy streaming anymore and all that stuff. I was kind of losing my passion for it, and I was like, I need to pull back significantly so I can get my like back to it and all that stuff, and just to get my love back to it. And and I do love gaming with my buddies and all that stuff, and it's a big mental health for me because we get to vent and all that stuff and release all of our shit, and we get to talk about what's going on with us and all that stuff. And I was like, I just need to pull back from everything and reassess and all of that stuff, and it helped me out so much.
I think that's one thing that we miss in streaming that we used to do video gaming is the release.
Yeah.
We don't get the I mean, and I'm not saying, and
Well, so much pressure
no
now.
way am I being like, oh, poor me, right? You
Yeah.
get what I mean? Oh, poor me. I'm the one that chooses to do this. I'm the one that said, hey, I want to stream. Hey, I want to be a content creator. Hey, I want to do this. I made that choice, right?
Yeah.
So it's not poor me, but dude, that's something that we don't, you know what I mean? Like it's
What feels better than just an off-stream game?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Like I look forward to my fucking Sunday night games with my friends, and I love stream. I love the community we built. I love, like, I've told my wife, I've told my friends, like, I want to cut out the game when I'm streaming.
Yeah.
I want to do interviews. I want to do talks. I want to do hangouts. I want to do just chat, because that's the only reason at this point is that I'm doing it, is for the people that come
Yeah.
through.
Well, see, I got so ingrained into this and all that shit, and I would have my son here, you know, because I give him, you know, every weekend, sometimes off weekends and all that stuff. And I'd be so ingrained in this shit, we wouldn't leave in the house. We just sit here in the house, fucking doing bullshit. And I'm just like, what am I fucking doing? You know, let's go to the park and let's go see some shit and all that stuff, and just like, fuck the gaming for a weekend, you know, and just go spend fucking time outside of the house with my son and all that stuff. And when I came to that realization, I was like, yeah, some shit's got to fucking change.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a hard reality check for sure.
Yeah.
I have this thing with my son where wherever we're at, like if we're in the hunting blind, I'll say, you know, this is my favorite spot in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
Or if we're out fishing on the bay, this is my favorite spot. And it took him a long time to catch on to. And he's like, you said that about this. You said about this. Like, that's what you're not understanding. It's like, it's wherever we're at in the moment.
Yeah.
Doing what we love to do.
Yep.
That's my favorite spot. It doesn't have to be a GPS location.
Yeah.
And, you know, I constantly think of the things, the core memories I have of my father. Granted, technology is better. None of them involved being at home.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
It was always, we were somewhere experiencing something. And my kid loves gaming. So did I, though. But my dad forced me to be outside. And I think that kind of gave me my work ethic, too, because, you know, he was blue collar, too. And he was always building on the weekends, and I was there building with him and learning the trade. And not that I want my kid to be in my trade at all, but you know, he should at least know it.
I got lucky. My family was kind of in technology. My uncle owned a computer store, and my grandpa, the first computer I ever built was an 888 in the 7th grade. My grandpa, like, it went out at the bingo hall, and my grandpa's like, if you can fix it, you can have it. So I got lucky. But at the same time, my grandpa, even him, you know, like, he still even tells me today when I'm doing video game streaming.
That's
back
when computers were expensive too.
Yeah. He's like that 32, dude, it had a 32 megabyte hard drive.
God damn.
And then when he fired it up, it was like, you know, those,
like it was shifting gears.
Fucking like $8 grand.
Dude, I don't even know how much they cost, dude, but I fixed it and I got it. But yeah, dude, but I still heard that, you know what I mean? I still got out, dude. I played sports, you know what I mean? Like I was in Little League baseball and football. I played football all the way through high school, you know what I mean? And some a little on, and you know what I mean? All those different things. Yeah, you know, but I've always had something to game about video gaming and playing games. I've always played them. I used to fall asleep on my Super Nintendo with Street Fighter 2 paused so that I could still beat it in one go through before we had like ways to resume saves, you know, like, and that sure enough, if my parents or my grandparents came in first to wake me up and they saw it on, they didn't care about the game. They were turning it off. Right. So, and then if I got mad, I was in trouble. You know, like, why do you care about this video game?
So yeah, I got lucky with my dad. He was a gamer too. You know, we from Atari to Nintendos. You know, we took breaks from other things, but we always had a game system in the living room or in our room. You know, and you know, me and my dad were always playing. My brother were always playing Mario or some kind of game that was multiplayer and all that shit. I mean, he was still a hard ass. You know, like, you know, get your ass outside and go fucking play and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And,
I don't think we had to be pushed when we were kids to go outside and play.
Yeah.
To be honest.
No, that was it. Yep. That's what you had. There wasn't 57 cartoons. But I think the gaming really ties into us because of self-accomplishments.
Yeah.
You win something, you hit a checkpoint.
Yeah.
And it's super duper bad for ADHD, because if you lose a match, what do you do? I mean, instantly jump into another one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, I don't know how much you guys play Fortnite, but like when you lose, you're spectating the guy that's still in the game while the next game loads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's constant satisfaction.
And especially if you're on the 7th losing streak, and it's just like, God damn. And then you see the guy win that you're spectating.
Yeah. the famous LGs and play 3 more games. I mean,
Yeah. And then you're up to fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Gotta be work at 6.
Well, well, I hate to cut it, but we hit over the 2.5 or the 2 hour mark. You know, we try to keep it
Perfect.
there. But I'm going to ask you to leave. Here's if you guys want a screenshot. I know there's, you know, if you guys are rewatching it, whatever. There's well, you said that ties to your merch and to the taco
Yeah,
shop.
it's a website.
Taco
Yeah,
Squad merch.
that's Angie's. That's mine. It's all of our plats. It's merch.
And then what would you on the way out, man? It's been a lot of fun, man. I know I really enjoyed it, dude. You know, it'd be nice to have you come back sometimes. Video
sir.
games forever.
Whatever.
Roy,
I love having
Roy fucking jumps in at the end and screams video games forever. Fucking Roy. Doesn't say a word the whole time, jumps in at the end and says video games forever. Are you firing up the farm or not? That's his
I
next
don't
one.
ever see myself stop playing.
But
yeah, same. Yeah, I always play.
what would you give somebody? We ask them at the end. You know, what would you give somebody that, let's say somebody's going to watch this and they're thinking about starting streaming, right? What's one piece of advice you would give to somebody that's starting off at where you've been at?
Only put into it what you want to get out of it. I do think burnout's real, and you gotta have a little bit of self-awareness on, you know, okay, if I'm putting 20 hours a day into it, am I putting out good content? I do think you got to know your benchmarks and you got to know your peaks.
That's with anything though.
Yep, for sure. And that I definitely agree that correlates with like everything in life. Like, be the streamer you want to watch. And I think it's most importantly to be yourself, because it's really, really, really hard to keep a fake going on for a long time. People do it. People are successful for it. We watch Hollywood movies all the time. That's not really the people you're watching, if that's the content you want to go. But if you can't watch your full stream without, you know, your tummy hurting, maybe try changing your content. Play the game you love too. Don't play a game because it's hot on the FYP right now.
Yep. Play what you want to play.
You ain't loving your game.
Hell yeah. It was a lot of fun, man. I know it's
great
conversation.
Yeah,
I
love talks like this, guys.
Oh, dude, it's cool, man. Like, that's what I love about doing this. And you know, every time I feel like there's not, and I'm not, you know, but most people when they come on here at the end, dude, it's like I try to watch it now so we don't get too, you know what I mean, too far gone, because it will. But like, there's always something else to talk about. It seems like when you actually talk about stuff versus just some bullshit. You know what I mean? So,
and honestly, I feel better when I get off here and we talked, and also because I love having deep conversations about shit, and you know, having, you know, real conversations. Not the, you know, I mean, having the bullshit throughout the day is good too, but having some real deep conversations that are meaningful and, you know, really picking your brain and all that stuff. I love that stuff.
Something fun, man.
And it's healthy for you too.
Yeah, and it's something you can always look back on, and like we've talked about before, you know, when our ideas change, because we are evolving humans, right? We're not staying the same. Yeah. And you look back on content from like when we first started. Flames, you know, I was thinking about this, and I know we're wrapping up, but we've almost been doing this podcast for almost a year, right? Or maybe a little over a year.
Yeah.
And to look back at the first time we did the first podcast and to watch even in the content, like you were talking about, Ryyely, you know what I mean? To watch the transformation in a positive way. It's always fun.
People have the stigma that you're in the pride that you can't have change. And like we talk about generational ideology, and it's easier for your dad to pass on what he thought he should have done better than to do better himself at it.
Yeah.
And as creators, we are the fathers, we are the teachers. So us pushing our mistakes out and, you know, our changing our views, you know, that gives us that same thing that we do to our kids.
Yeah. And our generation is the next presidents and CEOs and, you know, all the advisors in the world are going to be us someday.
Yeah.
It's so hard to say, like, I had a wrong opinion on that. And, you know, this is my new opinion. Nobody ever does that.
Yeah.
It's stigma.
It's okay to be wrong.
Yep.
It's 100% okay to be wrong.
Do it so many times a day.
Yeah.
It's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to fail.
Yeah, I try to teach that to the younger generation too. Like in order to be successful, you have to fail, and failure is doing the wrong shit.
Failure is just learning how to not to do it that way. You know, oh, it didn't work that way. Let's do it this way.
Learning from a mistake.
These kids that come out to ask you how to do it after the first time failing, and all they had to do was fail 2 or 3 more times and learn how to do it themselves, and
Yep.
that's going to be more impactful
And look
going to
back
hit
on
them
it.
harder. Yeah.
And you won't forget it that way. I feel
Yeah.
like when you
You
learn
won't
from
forget
your
it.
own failures,
And
you
it
won't
makes you
forget it.
humble too. It humbles the
Yeah.
fuck out of you and keeps you true to yourself.
Yeah.
And
But it
it
was
teaches
fun,
so
though.
much
Fun,
about
guys.
yourself.
But it was a blast,
I
dude.
do
I'd love to
appreciate
have
it.
you back
Yeah, I love
sometime, man.
this
Oh,
format.
and so are y'all doing it or not? Because I'm just gonna create. There's not a whole lot
It's
of
not
people left
official
in
yet.
here,
I
but
think
I'm
we're
gonna.
gonna make a new page, and so
Yeah.
it's because both of our pages have gaming content on it.
Yeah,
Are y'all doing a podcast too?
yeah. Let's talk
Yeah,
about it.
it's not gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be like
was-
a scheduled thing. It's just gonna be whenever we have shit
That's
to get
cool,
up.
man.
That's
I
the-
think, dude, I'm a big believer, and I didn't think about this.
Well,
When
if y'all want to
Flames
collab, hit
first-
us up.
Yeah, when Flames first invited me to do this, dude, I was like, okay, it's a podcast, dude. I don't care how many people. It's nice to see the people. You know what I mean? To talk to people, but it's nice to do this without games and to have a conversation and to do
or
things.
having to worry about the algorithm
Yep.
and what you can say and not say, and who you're gonna piss off, not as in a person, but as in the apps. And
Yeah, and to have conversations that
I've
people
had
might
some
just
educated talks with Ange and stuff, and talks that you can't really have on TikTok. I mean, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think
or that you don't want to mix
be
the content. What you mentioned is probably one of the biggest things I'm working on this year, is keeping my content to where it's supposed to be branded correctly. We talked about that before, and that's the smartest thing. That's what I love about the Keeping
nice to your
Gaming Weird
viewers, too.
YouTube page, is that it's cool to also see it grow. I think we're
Yeah.
almost at 150 subs. And that's not from, oh, hey, come over here because you know me.
It's
It's
just
not,
organic
it's because
growth.
of it's because of the podcast. It's not, and that's the same thing. It's nice to not mix. So if they want to watch the video games, they know where to go.
Yeah.
They want to watch this, they know where to go. But
And
man,
that's big too, because like on the nights where I don't feel like playing the game and I'm just hanging out chatting, there's people that came to watch the game. So that's, you got to be constant to your viewers too.
Oh, back when I was streaming, I would talk for 2 hours before I even hit a game.
Yeah.
We probably play one game an hour in our stream,
Yeah.
but they're used to that. It's a chat stream.
But it's a good, it works, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the, what works for you works for you. It doesn't work for everybody, right?
Right.
And as long as you're true to yourself, that's, I think, the biggest thing is to be true to yourself, and then you're fine. If you enjoy doing the overtop content, and you really do, those people that are like, you've seen them on TikTok. Oh, we got this many people. If you truly enjoy doing that, dude, do that content.
Yeah.
I'm excited because you watch like the after hours or the darks of the shows, like when they come in after and they're sitting in the chairs and they're talking with the actors, and like Billy Bob is sitting in his do-rag and you're like, you were a cowboy 2 seconds ago. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be that dramatic with us. I mean, we're very similar to what we are, but there's stuff you could talk about, not talk about, and like we majority talk about gaming and some current event stuff, but like I don't even really give 2 fucks about current events because it's irrelevant to me. Like,
Yeah.
Talk.
local events.
Just to have a conversation is kind of nice to have even between 2 people or 3 people, 4 people. You know what I mean? It's fun to have besides talking about that. But it was a lot of fun.
We do it on car rides every time we go on a car ride because we live in BFE. We'll go for an hour somewhere and we'll have a educated talk or a deep talk about something. And it's like,
Oh, I love car rides.
yeah, it's like, well, I mean, people would want to hear it. So why are we putting this out there? Like that's kind of the thought behind it.
Yeah.
I love driving around in my truck.
say
with the windows
anybody.
down.
I say anybody. I mean that like in the night, like in the nicest way, is that anybody that does, I feel like that's a streamer or does any kind of online content, you should try a podcast. Why not? What's the worst that happens? No one watches. Who cares? You know what I mean? I mean, that's the worst that happens, right?
Yeah.
And then who cares? Because you're doing it for what you're. And also, I am a big believer in honing your craft.
Yeah, and try the podcast the way you want to, not in the general sense of, oh, I gotta do the stigma podcast. It's like, nah, do it how you fucking want to. If you want to put it on the road and you want to fucking drive in your truck and talk, then that's how you're gonna do it. If you want to,
I think that'd be a good indicator whether you can be a streamer or not. Because there's a lot of people that hit the button that probably shouldn't. I mean,
just sit there.
And like if you can't carry a conversation, and it's sometimes that it's hard to carry a conversation, just with yourself. If chat's not rolling or bad vibes or whatever, but the one-on-one's a little easier when you're talking to somebody. sometimes it's hard to talk to a box that's not chatting, and
Yeah.
it's hard being a nighttime streamer too, opposed to when you wake up and you get in a chat, you're ready to talk. At nighttime, sometimes people got you in the ear, or the middle of the day streams are hard too. I know, like for me, that's a podcast for me when I'm watching my friends stream. It's in my earphones in my pocket.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do.
You can't expect me to talk when I'm at work, so not that you can't expect me, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So I mean, really knowing if you can commentate your own gameplay or tell us the stories about your day before or stories from the past, I mean, that'll really make or break you if you try to do a podcast a couple times. Carry a
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This was so fun, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Had a blast.
Yeah, man. No, it was fun I'm telling you, I love it. I feel next week. Well, we do have Negley and his daughter, Hottie Shotty. She'll be on next week. That'll be fun to have that interaction about father daughter. Oh God, hopefully she's gonna be like, "What the hell did you just say?" No, that'll be the clip right there. That'll be the clip going into there. It's like that little thing. Gonna be like father son. Oh shit. But no, but that's the fun part, dude. I always love this, man. It's always fun.
Oh yeah, same.
It's always a blast, dude. So, but
always good conversations.
Yeah, dude. I'd love to
guys.
sometime have you back too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on, brother. This is awesome fucking conversations. Appreciate every single one of y'all in chat. Appreciate all the likes, comments, and all that.
Everybody but Iron.
Guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, everyone but Iron rushing us in the beginning. You know.
Hey,
you're not welcome back on the podcast.
We were in the studio. We were in the studio thing chilling, and Riley's like, "Wait, what? We're live?" And he's like, "How did Iron?" I'm like, "Oh shit, scheduled it." Iron's just in there hanging out. Love you, man, for hanging out before it ever started and sitting in chat. We did see it. So.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah, guys. Hope you have a good night, and we'll catch y'all on the next one, guys. Peace.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Is that what we say at the end? I don't.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Keeping Gaming Weird podcast. A massive thank you to all of you for plugging in and spending your time with us. We had a blast. We hope you did too. If you enjoyed the ride, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out when a new episode drops. It's the best way to support the show and keep the weirdness coming.